I'm a genius.
Hello.
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 Welcome to the Hypercast Off. The Hyper Podcast Off.
Hypercast off. Yes.
Yeah. Now, it's
We're
been.
a bunch of idiots that don't know what we're doing.
I kind of know what I'm doing. I've done this a few times, but
And the rest of us have no idea. I will begin the introductions. I am Rose Shrim. I do bad fan fiction reading streams on Twitch and also sometimes weird game streams as well. And I occasionally do art when I feel like it.
okay.
I'm here. I don't know.
I'm Siraku Fett. I write good fan fiction, and I failed to attempt to stream games
Very badly.
very badly. Yes.
Okay. Who's next? Would be.
Yeah, I'm Armin. I mainly just collect Toku merch.
Okay.
Please
Sota.
And my name is Guro Izumi. Just
No!
No, Sota. His name is Goru Uzumi.
No!
Whose name is it?
Just.
I was hoping we could not bring up Goro for this first episode.
But no, Sota brings it up in the first minute.
Nope.
The first fucking minute.
There is
Okay.
no stopping it.
Okay, Sota, actual introduction now, please.
My name's Soda.
That's
Let's
Sota.
roll.
And I'm your host. I'm the host of the hosts. Former head of the Tokusatsu cast-off, but that went completely down the drain. And I also stream dumb video games, and I draw and I write. So I'm kind of like fusion of everybody here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I have 500 hours in Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, what an accomplishment!
Yay.
Same, to be honest, actually. Same.
Yeah.
Anyway, and welcome to the Tokusatsu Hyper Cast Off, the new version of my old stream, and with new people to talk to,
New friends.
new friends,
Suffering.
Yes, this will
a
probably
new
be
legend.
a rotating cast of people because
Yeah.
of how the
That's-
scheduling is. So
That's how the old
Don't expect-
podcast was, also.
don't expect everyone in there to be here every week.
Yeah.
I might for a long time, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see. So I should actually so what do you guys want to talk about first?
Zi-O. obviously.
Zi-O, obviously. So
Yes.
if
Kamen
you're
Rider Zi-O.
Kamen Rider Zi-O.
Just started in case anyone listening.
Or should we
to
talk
it,
about
like,
Build first?
Yeah, I guess since
Yeah.
Build
Build.
ended a week ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should talk about Build.
Yeah,
Yeah.
first Build ended, and I guess now that the whole series is over, we could give our general thoughts of the series and stuff like that. It's a lot more meat than just talking about Zi-O.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, when Build was starting, I was like, how the fuck is this going to live up to the expectations that X-Fade has given me of how things are going to be? And it turns out it did that very well.
It did it pretty well.
While the second to last arc of Build, the whole Datsuragi thing was like really not great.
Dull.
I think the rest of Build has been really solid.
It was very
Um,
solid.
Like the best
I-
I've seen from Kamen Rider in a while.
And I do definitely hope that they bring Muto Shogo back to write other seasons later on, because I feel like a few of the problems with Build's writing that did exist were him not being able to deal with the scheduling of like writing a Toku series. Like, for example, the Datsuragi arc. I feel like what happened with that is that originally Vanage and maybe Katsuragi's mom were going to have bigger roles in that, but they both the actors for them both fell ill, so they couldn't do that. So they probably had to rewrite that arc, and considering the timing, he probably didn't have as much time to think of what was going to happen there than he had for planning out the rest of it, so that's why it ended up the way it did. So I feel like if he was given the chance to do one where something like that didn't happen, and now that he's more used to the scheduling of Toku shows and stuff, I think it would probably be really good as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that all
It's
sounds.
that all sounds really great. What about you, Siraku? What was your thoughts on the whole series?
Well, I went into it, open mind. That I go into a lot of these open-minded. You know me, I'm a fan of Wizard, so
Yeah.
that my tastes are broad. Probably whenever I get around to watching Ghost, I'll go into that with an open mind. God, what if I end up liking it?
I mean, it's fine, but I'll have to shoot you and put you down.
Yeah, we'll have to put you back now.
But Build started and it just kept going and didn't run out of
It
steam
didn't stop.
until, like Rose said, the Dad Saragi arc. And it kept pace wonderfully. It moved a mile a minute, but it didn't feel overwhelming. Like, it felt overwhelming, but digestibly so.
Like, it was kind of overwhelming sometimes, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Where, like, you get, for example, one episode drops on you, alright, there was a civilization on Mars that got completely wiped out by Pandora's box. Also, child soldiers!
Yeah.
Hey, look, child soldiers.
I honestly have a kind of a big nitpick with the whole Mars thing because friggin' Misora says, "Oh, I see this all the time whenever I use the purification machine." It's like, you didn't think to tell anybody that?
Yeah, like
Maybe she
the destruction of Mars gives you the
Yeah,
purification thing.
probably should have mentioned that earlier, Mizora, but I
Yeah,
guess
but-
maybe you didn't want to worry anyone.
Yeah, I guess
Or
that
maybe
seems.
she brought it up to Suichi, but it was a vote,
Oh, yeah.
so he was like, "Nah, it's fine."
It's just,
probably fine.
it's just the
probably
nebula
nothing to
gas.
worry about it.
Yeah, it's just nothing. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't talk to Senso about it either. He'll probably say the same thing.
Secretly inside, Evolt is going, whew!
That was.
That bullet!
Hope that doesn't come back to bite me in the ass.
Oh, that would suck!
Well, back to the chair.
Yeah. Saraku, do you have any other things, or?
But, no, it's super good, and I absolutely loved all the characters in it. The four heroic riders, as they are heroic by the end anyway, are just, like, some of the best cast of heroes I've seen in Kamen Rider. So,
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a single main character in Build that I dislike. The Hellbros are basically the only ones I think who were like not.
Yeah, they
great
weren't very
characterized,
interesting
not
just
they
because
didn't have much going on.
they weren't
Um,
fleshed out at all like Utsumi
yeah,
was.
but like,
I think I'm the outlier when I like the Hellbros. I just wish they got more.
Oh,
no,
totally.
it's not. I don't dislike the Hellbros as a concept. I just dislike how they were not like.
They're just not.
expanded
They
on
they might as well have just been Guardians.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I was very much surprised you didn't see them in the end being happy or something.
I wish they had been at the very least in the background of Utsumi's scene, because that would have been a perfect place to just be like, oh, they're also there.
See, it
Yeah.
would be great to see Utsumi try to break the pipe, fall down, and they walk over like, hey, what are you doing?
Fucking
Either
idiot.
They look,
Yeah,
either they go over like, are you okay? Or
Are
they
you
walk
okay?
over like, oh, it's that idiot again. Like,
He
I
does
know
this
I-
all the time. He does this every
Yeah.
day.
Wait, where's the what? It's that one gif from where it's just the Red Ranger looks like green, and then they just shrug.
Yeah.
They just see him do the pipe, and they're like,
Hmm.
whatever.
Yeah, whatever. He does this all the time. Yeah. So, yeah. Raku, did I cut you off again? Or is,
you did a little bit, but no, all the protagonists were great, and the villains were great too. You know, Evolt is a fantastic villain. Nanbug, crazy old man, doesn't get that an alien is stronger than he is. I always like villains that don't know their limits.
just
Oop.
fucking throw money at the alien. It'll totally work out fine. Now.
Utsumi, go out there and stop him.
Yeah. Hey, Utsumi, go give this alien like $1 billion.
No, take this steam gun. Shoot him.
Take the trans steam gun, not even the nebula steam
Yeah.
gun.
Don't even take that. Take this normal pistol.
No, take this knife.
Take this butter knife.
That'll stop him.
It'll totally.
Take this rock.
We all have various things to say about Itsumi Rose more than the rest of them.
Yeah, and I'd like to stagger those out as the podcast goes forward. I would like to not all
Yes, you would not. Yes, you would not like
because
to.
it would be overwhelming for people who are not familiar with me. But I would just say this: I'm an Itsumi fan, a very big Itsumi fan, maybe too much of an Itsumi fan.
Maybe
so I
too
hope
big.
But now she's a.
She's a big.
But she's found the light and found the love that is Urataro's.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm just
She's a big Magane file.
She likes all
Yes.
the. She likes the glasses.
the
And she likes characters that are weak of character.
I like cowards. Yes. So, Brain, Itsumi, both very good. Junichi also very nice. Even though I'm not a huge fan of Gaim, as people probably find out as we do this. I still like Gridon, Ornak, Junichi, and Urataro's is not exactly a coward, but he's still Megane and he's still hot, so whatever, and he's just a great character in
He is
general,
kind of a coward. A
so
little
yeah,
bit.
that's my Megane thing. Now back
What
to
was
actually
that?
talking about proper shit.
What?
What was
What
that?
was that, Sota?
Rose is a loser.
Oh.
Oh.
At least say it with your own voice, Sota.
Aw.
Yeah. Come on. Don't be like Kutsumi. Say it with your voice. Don't be a coward.
As a wise man in a laboratory once said, don't be a coward.
But I am a coward.
He's the amazing
It's
atheist.
okay. I'm a coward too.
As a very wise and intelligent hitman NPC once said, no guts, no glory. He then died immediately after.
That's fair.
Just like real life.
Be like that one guy who saw Batman in that room and then immediately walked out.
Yeah.
That guy's smart.
That's not a coward. That's just a clever man.
That's just a smart guy.
Anything going on?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah.
RMH?
What?
Do you want
Thoughts
to
on Bill?
thoughts on Build?
Banjo is the freaking best.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
He's definitely the fucking best secondary rider we've had in a while.
I kind of like.
Great design.
I kind of like Hero better.
Great
Say-
transformation.
Hero's fine too.
Hero has
I'm
a
not
better
s-
arc, but
I'm not s-
Hero has a better arc. I
But-
like Hero's arc more, but
Banjo's a more enjoyable character.
I'm not saying any of the
Sorry.
previous.
sorry
I'm
to
not-
interrupt.
Sorry. I'm not saying that any of the previous secondary rides we've had recently are bad, except Makoto. Fuck Makoto. But I'm not saying the rest are bad. I'm just saying that Banjo, to me, is like my favorite secondary rider recently, and I usually really like secondary riders. So I think that says a lot.
He's probably my favorite secondary rider ever.
Yeah, I can see that though. I think my favorite secondary is
Is
still
Yuto.
Meteor.
My favorite's still Yuto.
Oh yeah, Yuto's a fucking good one too.
The worst thing about Makoto is that he kind of starts off fine and ghosts, then it's like, oh, love my sister. Gotta love my sister.
My sister.
Kagami's a Kagami's
Maemoto.
secondary.
Maemoto.
Kagami, I in Kabuto, I like
So
to give
many
Kabuto
cannons.
really more Kagami's story rather than Tendo's, because Tendo is already at like he has had all
His
of
development.
He is a developed character,
Yeah.
and like the only
Kagami needs to
development he
grow.
gets is like way toward the end.
No.
Don't.
Okay, I can barely hear that.
Yeah, the
You could increase the voice,
the text to speech can't be heard very well.
but you could also increase his voice
Oh, no,
in.
he's at
Yeah.
200.
Well, no, you could bring it up to like 200 if you need to.
I mean, I did. It's just-
Fucking Makoto.
Makoto's going to.
Do you have anything else to say about Build, or was it just the Banjo thing?
Like just the sheer level the storyline just escalated.
It had a lot of escalation.
Like episode 1, there's the whole nature of the backstory. Then by episode 12, we know who Stock is.
it had that really good escalation that most platinum games have.
Build has murdered someone. Then by like episode, then we get into like Rogue, then Evil, then the birth of Mad Rogue and Genius, and then the finale.
It has that it has that really good platinum escalation where you start on Earth and then the final boss is in space.
Yeah.
I do wish the final battle was on Earth.
Yeah, I wish it
Oh, that would have been so cool.
better than the weird, just quarry.
Yes,
Toei
the inside of Terran space-time is a Toei quarry with weird sky, yeah.
Yeah. I would have preferred, like, just in the Mars desert.
Man, after the Skywall, we had to fucking save budget somewhere.
Save
Yeah,
budget everywhere.
It's very clear that literally every shot with a Skyfall is Skywall is siphoning money. From, like every second the Skywall is on screen.
It takes away 2 bentos.
Toei is asking, "Where's the money?"
Where's our bentos? Give us your
Bold of Muto Shogo to go with a fucking premise that requires so much CG budget, like, constantly.
Yeah.
For his first one.
He's the one who never got a bento. Because he had to give all his bentos to Toei.
Can we talk about an amazing ending with the CGI Rabbit Dragon?
Yeah, CGI Rabbit Dragon was not great.
Couldn't afford a new suit, but it's
Or use
fine.
the one that they already had.
Cross build is different. It's fine.
Is
It is different because apparently it's what is it? It's Sento
It's-
combined with Ryuga.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ryuga gets caught in the fucking translation.
It's a great transformation sequence because...
It's fucking great.
The belt just goes, "Are you ready?"
And he
goes,
says,
"No,
"No."
no, I'm not."
What the hell?
Yeah,
Do this!
the fucking runners like slam together and they just push Banjo into it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Ah!
It's
So they both
great.
start freaking out.
Yeah.
We haven't. By the way, we should establish none of us have actually seen
Uh,
the one because it's not fucking out yet.
It's not gonna be out till sometime in May. Or in
However-
fucking December.
If the good listener is not aware, a while ago there were a couple.
Are you
leaks
implying that there's
of-
literally only one person listening to this?
Yes.
Let me see if there's anybody actually listening to this right now.
Oh,
Zito viewers. Amazing.
Yay.
Nice.
Okay.
nice.
Excellent.
Oh yeah. Speaking of, do we literally know any details for the Lupin Ranger film besides the fact that Jackpot's director?
Yeah.
On film?
On film? I don't know.
I don't think anybody cares. Like, you rarely get any, like, super...
I don't think anybody cares. Wow. Jesus.
No, not in that sense. Like, I don't even think anybody ever got any friggin' spoilers for, the Q Ranger film.
No, we never got anything for the Zoo Ranger. I mean, not Zoo Ranger. Oh fuck. Amazon.
Zoologer?
Oh yeah, nobody knows what happens with Amazons.
Nobody knows. I heard it did fine, but nobody knows what happened. We have
No
to
one
wait
took-
until we get the movie.
Yeah, no, until gotta wait for the Blu-ray.
The Blu-ray.
Oh,
I forgot about the Blu-ray.
Wait, what?
The
so
Blu-ray box.
Yeah. Amazon's movie, like, literally, when they announced the Blu-ray box, they literally, like, the graphic says Blu-ray box.
Amazing.
It's like how it's like it's
Gore Drive.
Bros,
Yeah,
no.
Gourd Drive.
Gourd Drive.
It's clearly Gold Drive, but it's Gourd.
It's Gourd.
Drive on the SH Figure Arts box. Good job, Bandai.
It's awful. I'm sure there's some more horrible ones. I just can't remember.
Oh, who left?
Who left?
Oh no.
Who died?
Oh no.
Rose
Oh, no.
died.
Cool.
The
Excellent.
backup. Yay.
Who loves the one of us who is the life of the party?
Should we just keep going on?
Yeah, we should just keep going.
Everybody's opinions on Build.
Because if something comes back, if she comes back, then she gets. Yeah. I guess the backup's fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
fine.
You have any other thoughts, RMH?
I mean, like, the overall suit design is still
Nothing
fantastic.
else.
The suit design was honestly hit and miss for me.
I liked all the suits.
There are couples that just kind of like my main complaint with Build was that it's like the biggest complaint I had was that it kind of just it had a lot of suit. What's the word?
Reuse.
Not reuse. Just a whole bunch.
Similarity.
Like a lot of suits just got used and then just went away like a couple episodes later.
I was
It had
yeah.
a lot of suit bulk.
When the fuck was the last time they used Octopus Light?
once.
They used it literally once.
Twice.
I'm looking it up. Right
Gorilla Mon.
They used it for the explicit purpose of tricking Stalk.
That's it. That was the last time we saw it.
Gorillamon was used.
I think that was the last time we saw like a new best match for Sento.
No, we saw Phoenix.
That was in the movie.
No,
And
Phoenix
it was
Robot was
also
in the show.
Was it? I think he only used
Yeah,
Phoenix.
when he's fighting he's fighting
it
the
wasn't the show.
Free Crows.
Microphone.
Yeah, I remember him just using like Phoenix something else.
No, he used Phoenix Robot, and then he used Rose Helicopter.
Oh yeah, now I remember. That was the last time we ever saw a new best match for him.
Official stats: Octopus Light was only used for 3 episodes.
Oof.
See, that was a lot of my problems. Like X8 had the same problem, but on a smaller scale, where you only got like Juju Burger for 1 episode. You only got Do Re Mi Fa Beat for like. Well, actually, Do Re Mi Fa Beat got a good amount of use just because.
You only got fucking Night of Safari for the V Cinema.
Oh yeah, well I don't really count stuff like V Cinema only shit, but like.
Like, that's kind of one of my.
When was the last time fucking Emu used fucking Gachi fucking
Dragon
Gentoku or Gen what was the fucking robot?
Gekitotsu Robot.
Gekitotsu robot. He used the last when he got possessed by a fucking Gentoku robots.
Get and Toku Robot.
The last time he used that, he used the Gekitotsu robots was like when he got possessed by Parad. Like right, that was like back in episode like 20. And but yeah, just the fact that there's so many suits in builds and the fact that they get so used so little, shit like fucking Cross Dragon got used like fucking like 10 times at most.
Yeah, but yeah.
Great.
Cross not being used is pretty not great.
And
But you know what?
Great Cross
And
was
you know what's
used
worse?
once.
Great Cross not being used at all.
Like it's apparently more in the movie,
Yeah, there is.
but it's just sad that it gets you in the series 1 episode.
2 episodes. Or
No.
3 episodes.
No, it got used once.
No, 3 episodes.
Really? I remember it only being used once, like the first time he used it.
No, 3 episodes.
That's kind of one of my
Weird.
biggest problem with the newer Rider series. You get a lot of power-ups that are kind of only used like
That's
2 or 3 times.
like I have a big theory on why they started to do that. It's because
Toys.
well, it's the toys, yeah, but like right before that they're using utility
Like,
stuff.
It's like premium though.
Because like shit like before this we had like just regular utility shit like the Astro Switches or the Wizard Rings,
I think the one thing that
and they probably saw, hey, these aren't selling, but the O's medals sold a shitload.
well, yeah, but the problem, the thing with O's is that while it had a lot of the same things that some of the newer stuff has, it was still utilized a lot more.
Yeah, and they used it to more effect with the idea of, hey, we're just switching around the medals, we don't have the same medals every single episode.
Right,
Yeah.
That's why.
I think there's only 1 episode where he has all the medals.
Yeah,
1, 2,
I'm
and
trying to
3.
remember how many bottles there are in Build.
There's 60.
60.
Yeah, and they like
10 for each panel.
I don't think they even use almost all 60. They only use like a.
No, they don't.
They don't. We barely see any of the ones from like Sato.
And also, no
Oh, yeah.
Christmas cake.
No Christmas.
No Christmas- yeah.
episode.
No
It's
Christmas.
canon.
We didn't even get our Christmas episode.
Yeah.
There's no Christmas episode.
Sorry, kids.
There was
No,
that.
like there was an episode on.
Even
around-
though the
but it was,
Santa
like,
bottle is like a cannon bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
funny.
Sushi, how do you kill Santa? Cake.
You just get his.
Yeah,
Yeah.
diabetes.
Yeah, diabetes.
I'm Santa Claus, and I'd like to talk to you for a minute about
Diabetes. This happens when you use too much
Imagine-
kryptonite.
Look, I'm just imagining Evolt just talking to Shoichi like, alright, come on, give me some real shit.
Okay,
Santa.
Santa.
What?
Who is Santa Claus? Who is Santa? What is a Santa?
Oh, he
Who's
lives
this
in-
mysterious Santa?
I just imagine
Who is this Santa?
I just imagine.
Is he like
lives in
Santana?
Japan. He
Who is this
he-
Santa Claus? Who's this Sandy Claus?
He lives at the North Pole, and Evolt just kind of strokes his chin like.
The North Pole, eh?
He's just-
I'll be right back.
He's fucking-
Soichi, you lied to me! There's no such thing as Santa Claus!
This is the real lesson.
Evil just has a depressive episode where he finds out Santa Claus isn't real.
But Evil, the real Santa is inside you.
Don't give me that bullshit!
No, it's revealed. Why are you doing this? Why are you using the Black Pandora panel to find a world where Santa Claus exists?
He has to be out there somewhere.
I mean, he does.
And if he isn't, he'll make a world.
He owes me presents.
In the meantime, he exists. Wizard, remember?
Wizard,
Oh
yeah.
yeah! Santa literally exists in the
Kamen Rider.
because he meets Wizard.
Yeah, he's like, here, have this wizard ring. And he's like, okay.
Yeah, he gives him a fucking wizard ring for a present.
So I look up the page for him on the
Santa Claus?
Rider Wiki. Yeah,
On the Rider Wiki?
Yeah.
yeah, that's a page, and it's merged with the Masked Rider page.
What?
Why?
Because there's the Christmas episode with, like, Furbus's first Christmas.
Oh, God.
Anyway, who else wants to talk about their?
I
Shit.
will.
Really? 3 shits on sale? What's on sale?
I will.
All right.
Hold on, tell us your. Oh, she's
Oh.
back!
Welcome back, Rose!
Oh, God.
Fuck! I dropped my phone.
Nice going.
Rose, you okay?
Yes.
Rose?
Rose? Rose? And me. Oh, okay.
Okay.
There we go. We're back.
Think so.
Okay, it's just
No,
machine too.
yes,
You're fine. Yay. We're back.
Yes. Okay. What did I miss?
You missed
and JS's thoughts.
you missed Gentoku robots.
Oh,
Get
damn it.
Goku robots.
And Evil discovered the true meaning of Christmas.
Yeah.
And Santa Claus and Masked Rider.
Yeah.
Masked Rider.
Oh
Masked
my
Rider.
God.
Masked Rider.
Sorry.
Okay, we can't. No, we can't get into that now.
What, Rose?
Okay, sorry. My internet is being really fun.
Yeah.
There she goes again.
You are not wrong, lady.
You are not wrong. You're
My
back.
internet is like super fucking bad right now. I don't even know if you guys can understand what I'm
We
saying.
can hear you.
because-
We can hear you.
Yeah.
You're clear.
Okay.
You're clear.
Okay. Thank God. Okay.
Okay.
I just wanted you to say thank God, then cut out again.
I hope
Okay,
not.
Soda, your thoughts on Build.
Gentoku's awesome.
Yeah.
Gentoku's pretty awesome. He just wants to
And,
save the country.
Rogue is one of the sexiest suits.
He's
Rogue.
started off.
Yes. Definitely.
Purple's a nice color. They're very there are very few purple
Guys, we're
riders.
talking over Sota. Everyone,
sorry.
everyone stop.
He
What do you
starts
think?
off this slimy asshole, but then he just grows as a character.
Yeah, it's great.
He becomes the
That's
biggest
how I
hero.
feel as well. Like when I started out, I was like, "Oh, Night Rogue is cool," but when I was in Gentoku, I was like, "Oh, but I didn't dislike him as a character, but I disliked him as a person because
Gentoku's a slimy asshole.
He's a slimy asshole. But then like everything else happened with him, and it's like now I fucking love him. He's the best.
His shirts, man.
Who's the good boy?
Yeah, the good croc boy.
He did it all for his dad.
Yeah.
All for his dad, and he died the biggest hero.
Now,
Never
after
lost.
Gachapon watch and said, "Does it have a button?"
That's wait, does he? Oh,
What?
Rogue?
No.
The Gachapon watch, yeah.
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 Has
Oh.
no
I
button.
mean, he could be getting a DX one later on.
Maybe like
I mean, there's the stuff on Ziku Driver for all of the Build Riders except Mad Rogue.
Well, it says riders, not Mad Rogue isn't a rider.
Mad Rogue is a rider. Kamen
I know.
Rider Mad Rogue.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the first part. All I heard was bitch Utsumi Mad Rogue.
Wow. Oh shit, got him.
Got him.
If
Yeah.
He's not mad when he's mad, bro. Does that make him glad?
Well, he's mad in the sense of the word he's crazy.
He's crazy, but not in the way of Alt thought he was.
He's crazy in the fact that he's crazy for Namba Dick.
No, he's crazy. He's crazy for just destroying Gintoku's dick.
Yeah.
Like the fucking joke Rose came up with when we were talking about Mr. Plinkett and Kamen
No!
Rider.
Oh no!
Come over. Wait. Oh, what was it? Oh shit, I forgot.
I thank God you fucking forgot.
I will look it up in our conversation history right fucking now.
Fucking do it, Suraku, do it.
I wish I hadn't come back.
You chose this face.
You chose it, Rose.
Bend over, let Namba come over.
No!
Fucking Mr. Plinkett as Namba. Oh god.
No.
Let's try it.
This is the most disappointing thing since my son.
Ahorita.
No, the other son. I call them Hell Brothers.
Oh, I think Sota's died.
Sota?
Oh.
Oh no.
Well, I didn't really.
Something's happening.
I didn't really talk about what I thought about Build. I just kind of went off on a tangent.
Yeah, I don't think you. Yeah, we're gonna go to you next, NJS. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Okay. I've always been kind of like I've been more critical of newer writers for some reason. I think Build was pretty good. I just think it had a lot of bumps in the road. I think the start was a little bit rough, but that's with most Rider series. I feel, and I felt like that Siraki's was really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's-
It's definitely the lowest point of the series.
I don't
Like,
think there's any.
it's not like, you know, bad. Like, it was still cool. It was still cool to see Shinobu fucking style on everybody with just base ass best matches when everybody's like Hazard and Genius
Yes,
and
Yeah.
Magma.
Magma and
It's
shit.
just the.
He
It's
was
just the
running
in
around,
term.
Naruto running all over everyone's faces.
It's just in terms of the level of quality we'd come to expect from Build at that point, it was like way below that.
And especially since it kind of cut off all the pacing the series had built
yeah.
up.
And then I didn't have I like Build. It got crazy with the alien shit, but then it kind of got a little bit too crazy for a second, where it's like the parallel worlds. We got to merge them. That kind of came out that kind of shocked me. Like, oh, we're doing this now.
Well, I mean, it was brought up with the movie, so it's like it was always
Yeah.
there.
I mean, yeah, but it was just more like, oh,
Oh, no,
here we
it-
go.
It
Here we
surprised
go.
me as well, but then
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, but Heisei Jin Final though again.
Yeah.
And it turns out that fucking
Mogami was right.
Mogami was right. He just was doing it wrong.
Yeah, you can't blow up both worlds. You have to fuse them,
Fuse them.
not blow
I'll
up.
show you.
The thing that shocked
And
me.
the power to do that didn't actually exist at that point in Build.
So he had to make it up himself.
The thing that really shocked me from that was it's like, oh, we're doing it now when we have 5 or 6 episodes left. Oh,
Well-
we're doing it.
Well, those 5 or 6 episodes had a lot of shit in them.
Oh, oh hell yeah.
Yeah, always.
Mm.
But
With the exception of the Datsuragi arc, if you take any 5 or 6 episode block of Build, a ton of fucking shit happened in there.
Oh, take the first 5 episodes. The
Let's see.
episode 2 is so much because all the shit that goes on with everybody, and then Banjo's girlfriend dying and all the
he gets the magma or the dragon bottle.
dragon bottle.
Yeah, it's just, there was so much going on, and I just did not expect this series to go the way it did.
Yeah, me neither.
Same.
Yeah, I don't think any of
I
us
honestly
really
don't
knew.
know where I expected this to go with the beginning, because the beginning was very normal.
Beginning
With
was,
all
quite kind of basic for a writer's series beginning, and then
And honestly, I didn't really enjoy Build until the halfway mark. like when Grease showed up was like the moment I started to get really into it.
Like my biggest thing was I didn't like at first I was like, okay, yeah, Mars, Vernage, Evolve makes sense, and then when it got to Banjo, you're just Evolve 2. I was like, oh.
I think it was the moment. It was the moment where fucking Stock started shooting fireballs, where I was like, I have a feeling that's not Soichi.
Yeah. There's something is happening here.
There's, I expect like the moment that started happening, I started expecting there's some sort of like alien presence involved here. I think.
What? Not with the giant snake from episode 13 or
No,
something?
Well, no.
That's
Nah,
just the
that's
sex
just
snake.
Bloodstock.
That's just Bloodstock suit.
Stock can just do that.
Bloodstock.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Night Road's wings.
It's never even really explained.
No, it's just like Night Road's wings.
Yeah.
It's a function of the suit. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
Same CGI models as Venom.
And it was also said like with the voice. Oh yeah, it's the exact same model, just removed all the color.
Yeah.
No, Wendy,
I
stop.
think.
Stop.
I almost said Ghost. I don't know why. I think Build was pretty good. I think it ended up pretty
I
strong.
think it's because we have ghost pictures in the chat.
Yeah, we got a ghost picture right there. We got
have
two.
We have Santa Ghost.
Santa
Yeah.
Ghost. And there's Ghost
No.
Ghost. With his
Fuck off
fucking
with
sex
the
horn.
ghost. Fuck off with the ghost.
So, how about that?
Potential.
Well, no, we're not. Are we done with?
I mean,
Because I haven't given my thoughts.
Okay,
Okay.
then.
Once again, I thought you were the first one.
No, I wasn't. I let
was the
Rose.
First one, I think.
Since I'm the host, I'll be the last one all the time.
I love this podcast.
Yeah, we are
So
not.
well organized.
So
Yeah,
well
we're
organized. We're smart. We are SMRT.
Yeah.
Big
Okay, so
genius.
my thoughts. I thought Build was interesting to start off with, but I wasn't exactly enjoying myself, especially since X8 is one of my favorite series of all time. It's like comes in at number 3 behind Den-O and Forze. So Build had a lot to build up for, live up to. It had a lot to live up for, and I was just like, I'm not sure about this whole premise. It's not very interesting to me, just because I've never been very much of a person who's into war. So like, I was like, that's like, politics and shit never really interests me. But like, it was the moment where like I started to like kind of like the series when Cross showed up, just because it's such a sexy suit.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it is.
And that's when I was like, yeah, this is pretty okay. It's got some cool things going on. It's not as cool as fucking X8, but it's cool. But then Grease showed up, and that's when I started to be like, yeah, build. Because Grease is the fucking best. Build.
Build, the science,
let's
build.
go.
Build guy, the science guy.
It's him. It's Kiva. It's him.
It's Kiva, man, even though I fucking hated Kiva.
We all hated Kiva.
But
But we all love Otoya.
Toya's great, and Grease
Is even better, to be honest.
I've seen like 2 scenes of Otoya. I've seen evil Otoya, and I've seen one thing of actual Otoya from a Den-O movie, and he seems fun.
I think I,
Oh god, I had to save this image. The fucking
I think I watched
together
Kiva
remake the Cronus Slayers.
And I think I watched Kiva back in middle school, and then I saw that I saw the news of like, yeah, if you wear this suit, it will fucking kill you. It's making you die. It's too heavy.
And then you remembered that happened in Kiva as well.
They're like, that's why we only use his upgraded form.
I watched. So when I watched like the Raws live on like Tokusatsu of the episode before Grease Blizzard, where at the very end he transforms into Grease Blizzard, and then the next time on shows that like he's totally obviously gonna die, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that, like as the commercials were airing and it was like getting ready to go to the next episode of Lupat, it started playing Otoya's version of Supernova, and it felt really bad.
Wait, what started playing Supernova?
Otoya's
The Tokusatsu stream.
Oh wow, it's because everybody knew.
Like it played it over all the commercials and stuff.
It's like how when you went to overtime site for his death, the episode where he dies, you can just hear the fucking violin music and everything.
Yeah.
You have to go download the episode and face your fears.
Oh yeah, Zed, remember to put
Yeah.
a mark for like build spoilers.
I
on the
will
first
do
episode.
that when I post it on YouTube.
Yeah.
But let's see. So that's Zi-O, or not Zi-O. Build was pretty great. I love the suits, except honestly, a lot of the early, like, I wasn't a big fan of the suit gimmick of Build, where it's like, oh, you could best match, because some of them were like kind of stupid looking. But like,
Couple
it-
were
Kaizo
kind of
Gresha,
decent.
I was never a fan of Kaizo Gresha.
I'm not a fan of its color scheme.
Yeah,
I like the
same.
rest of it.
I'm fine with the color scheme. I don't like the look of it.
yeah, same.
Get a lot.
And it was just a kind of like, especially since it was kind of just double again. And I was just like, that's an okay gimmick. But then
Double, but with way-
Oh, I remember.
Double again
but
would
it's
be-
double with
one
like
guy.
more,
would be-
more double.
Yeah.
Double O's, but it's one guy.
And I think the suit that I really liked was Ninja Comic, because that's just
Oh, yeah.
Ninja Comic's just so good.
Oh yeah, especially with the
scarf.
the scarf, and with the kind of gray part of it.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
yeah.
But
It's a
that,
shame that not a
but that-
fanboy dad
yeah,
likes it.
he likes it too much.
Yeah.
Stop using it. You're ruining it.
No.
With you bringing up W, that also brings up a point that I had with
Job.
with
W?
Double?
W.
Well, look at this friggin' normie. Saying it like how it's spelled. Next, you're gonna say Kamen Rider O.
No, Kamen Rider.
Ooh.
I have a friend who called it
Triple O's. Like, you were so close. Here comes AG.
segment, how about that Masked Rider?
Oh no, we're not talking about Masked Rider.
Oh,
Not
I will
yet.
bring you down with me.
Not
As I
Not
was-
yet.
We.
as I was-
You're not even watching Matt.
I'm not watching.
I was there for an entire hour.
Can we just
Yeah, but
Oh wow, an hour. You didn't suffer through Furbus as much as we did.
No, I was there for the episode Fergus Day Out.
Oh god,
Yeah, but you
Is that the episode that was supposed to be like super violent in Black RX?
Yeah, so they couldn't
So
use
they-
any of the footage.
So they had to just use fucking Furbus?
I guess we're talking about Masked Rider now.
No.
I wanted to go back
No.
to why I did
Like,
what I did like about Build, which was the
Okay.
legend suits, which were just
The legend suits were the most disappointing
Dude,
thing.
he's just decades.
Like-
It's just decades. The thing that disappointed me a lot, I think the biggest disappointment for those suits was one, X-Aid suits were like the best legend suits ever.
Oh yeah.
Well,
X-Aid was
if you like X-Aid's aesthetic.
Yeah, if you like, I'd say even if you don't like X-Aid's aesthetic, because it,
Man,
I know
there
Guy
is
had
no
great legends.
best suit.
Gaims was kind of bad just because they're kind of like stupid bobbleheads.
I think Ghost had the best legend suit, but it was
Oh, yeah.
Ghost.
Oh yeah, I was about to say like.
Ghost
I
had pretty okay.
think Ghost had really strong.
They were strong, but I honestly just prefer X-Aid just because they were most creative and they had the best jingles for them.
There
Yeah.
was
Because-
that one what was that one image of
But
Alan using
and the thing is, the second thing that I think disappointed me the most about the Legend suits was that there were fake leaks for them, like when the series first started, and the idea for them were way better. It was like there were ideas for like fucking actually like, and there were also the fucking it's the fucking whatchamacallit, the arcade machine thing.
Gamba Rise?
Yeah, Gamba Rising. They have their own like original versions of the
Yeah.
the half
uh,
bodies
half-
with
they
like
would
Momotaros.
The Doctor and Game half bodies appear in Heisei Gen Final on the runners, but then it just
Yeah.
becomes X-Aid.
Yeah,
And also
I-
have Soto kits.
I guess.
because I guess
Well,
they didn't have
like-
the money to make them. I guess.
I guess all the bento that should have been going to the Legend Riders was going to the fucking Skyworld.
Because they were just like,
Oopsie.
they were just like, okay, all the money that we have made for the fucking, just go get the decade suits out. Get the decade suits.
Yeah.
Decade will save us.
No.
Decade will surely save us.
The,
Decade.
The
definitely
destroyer of
des-
worlds.
Say what you want. I'm starting to unironically love Decade for some reason.
Oh, I ironically love decade too.
Same. I've been like the Grimwatch we've been doing so far. I
Decade
really
has a
fucking-
bad plot, but it's just overall
It's
like
so fun.
character. It's fun,
It's fun.
but its plot is stupid.
I bet it's about to get a lot less fun because we're about to watch
Yeah.
the Amazon episode.
Yeah.
Amazon.
Yeah, the least enthusiastic Amazon ever. So yeah,
What's a fucking real enthusiasm for Amazon? Go watch Amazons.
No, what you?
Where, like,
No, you want the.
just screaming, Amazon!
No, the most enthusiastic one is Masked Riders or is Masked Rider Warrior Stronger. I'm Amazon.
I'm Amazon!
Says stronger.
Said Stronger.
Just
No.
said Sky Rider.
Say Sky
Stronger was X, I think.
X. I am
And
Ma.
and then
Amazon was
Sky
Strongman.
Rider.
No, Sky Rider wasn't there.
No,
They
No,
s-
Sky Rider was.
No, I mean they don't say Sky Rider.
Or no, they say Rider Man. No,
I am Rider Man.
I am Rider Man.
Rider 2 and Rider Man are cut out of the footage.
Yeah. So at one point somebody says I am Strong Man.
Yeah. Why did they make it Strong Man?
Why
Just-
couldn't it just be stronger? Stronger.
And remember, Stronger is X because
Yeah.
he has a big S on his chest.
Yeah. I am Masked Rider X.
Yeah, sure you are. Yup.
Yeah, man with S on his chest.
Definitely,
Stands
Joe.
for- oh.
You're. It stands for X.
Hmm.
It stands. It's fine. So.
Good.
And then you got the only one who's right is fucking I am Z-Cross.
Yeah. Cross is the only right one.
They even say cross and not X.
Oh man, I can't wait till we get to that episode.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun.
We're gonna fuck.
Cause I've actually seen it. I've seen it that episode.
Oh no.
It's pretty bad, especially. Wait, with
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Oh no, that's on the Mighty Morphing side. Like the
Yeah,
Mighty
they-
Mighty Morphing Power Rangers season 3 starts with them crossing over with or introducing
Rider.
Masked Rider.
Yeah, but I mean, still.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah, I guess we do have to watch those at some point.
But
Yeah.
like, okay, hang on. So Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is actually like fun, and they had good action and stuff. So why the fuck did Masked Rider turn out like it did?
because Kamen Rider Black RX is like 20 times more bloody and violent than fucking Z-Ranger.
That's true.
So they couldn't use a lot of the original footage. So they wanted to make it as wholesome, family fun as possible. So that's why they needed.
And they
to have a
couldn't-
So they
fucking
went
premise.
overboard.
That's what the fucking moral police were like. Hell, okay, you could adapt this and give him a sword and stab people with sparks, but you have to put in Furbus.
But he doesn't even. He doesn't stab people.
He just
He had a cane.
No, remember when he does the revolt cane, the revolt crash, instead of like actually stabbing them, he just like lunges forward, and then the revolt cane just goes pew pew pew. Boom.
And then we get the same shot of him literally every fucking time.
of doing the exact same pose,
He does the same pose.
and it's like it's a sick ass pose. But
like it's the same footage, and you can tell, and it sucks.
yeah, it's like they were just like, hey, we'll let you adapt Black RX, but you gotta put in Furbus.
And sometimes.
So.
I don't know if it was.
So
I
before
don't-
we get totally off track and go
Yeah.
into some dumb tangent about Masked Rider and turn this podcast into a depressing shit fest,
Yeah.
what else do we want to talk about?
Zi-O. Zi-O's the next thing. Zi-O's the
Zi-O,
next.
yes.
Zi-O.
Zi-O,
Fan fictions.
We're not talking about the fan fiction.
No, there's
not now.
there's a place for the fan fictions that is not in.
It's
this
after-
episode.
Anyway, so Zi-O premiered a couple days ago. We all did a group watch yesterday,
Yes.
and
I'm pretty sure we all watched it before the group watched.
oh, 100% because we're off. Because we're
Yeah.
because we're greedy and we want to
I
watch
watched
it now.
Raw, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I watched the subs the moment they came out.
I watched the Raws and then I watched the subs and then I did the group watch. So I've seen
Yeah,
it
yeah.
2.5
I
times
did-
because I do not.
I did the
speak,
same.
Like, barely any Japanese.
I
so
did the
didn't
same.
Know what the fuck was going on.
I did the same, bros.
Yeah. So, Zi-O, I think everyone can agree the pacing in Zi-O's first episode
Is
was
bad.
way too fast. It was
Yeah,
terrible.
it's a little.
It couldn't go over all the shit it wanted to. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
One
yeah,
second.
It wanted to go over.
I'll be right back. Friggin-
Cool.
No, I'm just cutting out. I'm just. Where's my?
I will be the most beloved dictator of all time. What?
Yay.
Huh?
That's great. Yeah.
I love his face. and
Are
then
you taking a
immediately-
call? Well, there we go.
Oh my god. Okay.
Excuse me,
So-
what?
Yeah.
He's taking a call.
Yeah. Zed's taking a call. Let's continue talking about Zi-O while
Zi-O.
Shut up. No, it's not Zi-O.
Oh, fuck.
Zi-O's a special boy.
Zi-O is great. I
So good-
love this. I love the suit, and I love the fuck. Like, here was my biggest worry about Zi-O, is what the henshin sequence would look like.
And it was fucking great.
It was great.
Just spin the whole world.
He fucking
Spin the
spins
world.
menacingly.
And then I thought it couldn't get any better, and then Gates showed up, and his henshin sequence
It is just
so
Ryuki.
cool too.
Just Ryuki.
Yeah.
He just does Ryuki's pose.
I love
Whoa!
that he
Bam.
grabs it and he spins it. He doesn't
Yeah,
just like
he
tap
doesn't smack it.
grabs
He
it
like
and forcibly spins it.
henshin spins it.
Yeah.
It's really good.
And meanwhile, the main girl has a fucking gun.
Yeah.
Main girl
Not
doesn't
just
have
any gun.
She has the Fize Phone X.
Which
By
we have
now.
no idea.
Remember we were watching we were watching it Raw live, and like we heard pew, and we thought, no, not this soon. And then we remembered, oh right, Fize Phone X.
And then
but then
she
we also
fucking-
saw-
She fucking shot Sento and Ryuga. and
Yeah,
so
she
well
shoots
she
like
saw Fize logos at them.
yeah,
yeah, just like when Fize kills you, except it didn't kill them, it just stunned them.
it's just stunned them, and she's like, we can't interact too much with the past, but it's like you fucking knocked them out and say that was interacting with them quite
What
a
if she-
bit.
And
What if she
also
first
later on
shot
the
Banjo
show,
and you see him disintegrate and she's like, oh holy shit, oh no!
No,
Ah,
Banjo wouldn't
dang.
disintegrate from that shit. Like it would be like she's like, oh, I had it on kill. Why didn't it do anything? It's like because he's fucking evolved, bitch. That's why.
people can't die that easily.
Yeah,
And
But
she's like,
anyway-
"Ah, Jeez, not again.
yeah, but yeah. So there was definitely stuff I liked in Zi-O first episode, despite the
what?
pacing.
like
like,
Waz.
Oh,
You really liked
Zi-O, and
Waz.
yes, I really liked Waz.
Waz is
Please
great.
do not taunt me too much about that. But yeah, Waz. When I saw him in the Raws, I was like very into Waz, as everyone here is aware. I said some things I maybe regret.
You said quite a few things.
Yeah, it was 2 a.m. in my defense.
Yeah.
Waz is very fun. I'm pretty sure he really wants to suck the Demon Lord Zi-O's dick.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Probably.
I know we were saying earlier about like not about that wasn't recorded. But we were saying earlier in a conversation that wasn't recorded about like how people shouldn't immediately start shipping characters from like episode 1. This isn't shipping though. This is just an observation that was really horny for Zi-O.
I just
It's-
love where he's
oh,
like, yes, become the overlord. I'll become the nicest overlord. What the
Huh?
Like,
And immediately he just brings
Yeah.
up about like, yeah, this
I
works, this
do
works.
want to bring up one of my thoughts regarding Tsukiyomi,
Yeah,
Sure.
go ahead.
and that's what if she's like a descendant of Sogo?
Oh,
Oh.
Oh.
Was
Oh,
piece of
no.
No.
that'd be like
Oh.
Deno again with like, oh, Hannah, oh, she's actually your niece.
Oopsie poopsie. Don't fuck her.
And then two of the actors will disappear because they get sick.
Oopsie poopsie.
And then Yuto
Mini
would
Zi-O.
disappear from the fucking acting industry for years and then suddenly come back.
Because they needed him, because they were like, hey, Kamen Rider 3, and he was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Oh, did
Yeah.
he is that what he came back for? Sango?
No, I think he just came back in general because I think he's like, I'm out of retirement
He was
now.
super
I'm
sick.
back."
He was super sick.
He was.
Yeah.
That's
Everybody
why he
in Deno
retired.
was super sick.
There was apparently Deno was super, like, there was a lot of work. Everyone got overworked, and it didn't help when people were already sick. So that's why it's like that.
Luckily, thanks to that,
Unfortunately.
Ryotaro can now fuck all the idols.
Yeah, Ryotaro can fuck all the idols and will not get in trouble for it.
because
Yeah,
he's a
nah,
nice
he's
guy.
now back in the industry. He took a 2-year leave.
Yeah.
So good for him. Good for him.
Yeah.
Not good for his character, where his character
Yeah.
he's never remembered.
The good news is, Fize is back.
Fize back, yeah.
Prize is
So I'm-
back, baby.
I was actually very like not on board with Zi-O because the scans didn't really sell me too hard. I wasn't very when I saw fucking the time machine, I was like, oh god, what the fuck is going on? Because like at least the auto vagine, I was like, oh, that looks fucking sick, that looks cool. But then I look at the time machine and I'm like, that's just like a weird transformer, like bulky, not likable. But I came out liking Zi-O a lot. The biggest problem was again pacing. Like first they go to the past to escape gaze. Okay, makes sense. Now we're gonna go to the Sengoku era. Okay. And then Gaze shows up. It would have been fun if like the guy from the O's movie showed up. But he didn't. It was just we're now here. Look, he doesn't want to fight. Okay, there's Gaze. Time to go back. It felt like
Well-
a weird like 5 or 10 minutes of nothing.
I wish they had just had them go either to the dinosaur area or the Sengoku era and not both in the same
Right.
episode, because it feels weird having it be both.
And
And-
speaking of the dinosaur age,
Oh
Well,
yeah.
no,
weird
we aren't done
elephant
talking about
noise.
Zi-O. Oh, right, yeah, no, Elephant. I thought you were trying to transition into Kiryuja. Which
I was
we'll
talking about the
talk
Not
later.
yet.
Yeah, why is it elephant noises?
Like,
they have
like we've done. Yeah, how many? God damn phone.
They made Kyoryuger. How are you telling me you don't have any sounds?
how
left
you
over for dinosaurs.
you made like
even-
3 dinosaur fucking teams by now
You
in
have, like-
Sentai.
and you have like dragon sounds you can use also.
Yeah,
You have Goji sounds.
Well, to be fair,
they don't have Goji sounds. This isn't.
the
That's
dragon and Build really doesn't sound like a dragon.
Toho.
Yeah,
It
he
kind
sounds,
of sounds like a bunch of like. It sounds
he
like
sounds like a
those
boombox.
SoundCloud guys.
Yeah, he sounds like a boombox, and that's valid. He's
Yeah,
valid.
Good boy.
But I like it
I
'cause
miss him.
Beat Crosser and all that other shit. That's fine.
But talking more about Geo and about like possible upcoming stuff, I'm glad that like people are coming back. Like obviously we were always going to get Sento and
right, yeah.
Banjo and Emu
Also,
and Hiro coming back
Hiro.
is nice.
Yeah.
But Takumi and Kusaka,
well, to
that's
me-
a great one
Well,
to have them come back. And then I posted the other day. I don't know if you saw it, Rose, but I know I know at least a couple other people here saw it. There is now there is now a more than 0% chance of Joe Odagiri coming back.
Yeah, because there's a picture of him in like a Toei studio or something that was
the-
supposedly for editing his film, but he has the fucking
he
Godai
has
hair.
the Godai hair and he's clean shaven, which
oh,
I don't think he has been for like years.
Oh,
By the way,
He's
So-
always had like a little
There
goatee.
is a less
Hold on,
there is a like,
More than
a
zero.
more than 0% chance. There's a more than 0% chance that we'll fucking get Godai again, which
Also-
is
Yeah.
Or at the very least, the CSN Arcole will have Godai.
yeah,
I feel
which
like that's
Yeah,
why he's
at the
also
very
there.
least.
I feel like they're doing like a 2-for-1er where it's like we want you to come back for an episode, then we want you to
Well-
record stuff for the belt.
Thing is,
So the-
apparently
I'm
there's
like,
a.
come on.
what?
I don't know.
Huh?
Got fucked up.
But for anybody like whoever listens to this, like there is that rumor going around that like his actor never liked like being
That's
in
fake.
Kuga. That's wrong. That's wrong. He talked about he's like, oh, I hate when people say I didn't like doing Kuga. I
He
just
doesn't-
think He just doesn't want to be typecasted because
He's
of that.
not a from what I understand, he's not a fan of Tokusatsu, but he did like being in Kuga. He has nothing against Kuga. And the
So, like-
people who say that he didn't like being in Kuga or that he hates Kuga or whatever, that's
I'm back.
wrong.
That,
There was
yeah,
like a rumor that spawned
What'd I miss?
never coming back for stuff, but then he just revealed, I don't hate it. I
Oh,
just
okay.
got other stuff.
Thing I got to remark about the Arkle thing, like, I did actually see a video for, like, the CSM Arkle,
Mm-hmm.
like, pop up. Needs to be
Yeah.
a review of it.
We all did.
Oh.
CSM?
Oh, the review of it. It's the CSM.
Really?
No, it's not
It's-
out yet.
It's not out.
I saw a video of it.
No, but
That's probably the first
Did it
one.
have? Wait, hang on. Did it have off-sounding noises?
No, I didn't actually watch it yet.
What do you mean you saw it but you didn't watch it?
It could have just been like an announcement, like, "Hey, this is out.
No,
It's coming out."
It was different from the announcement.
It
Is
might.
it-
was
are you
probably,
sure?
It had to be the deluxe because.
Are you sure it's not
Yes.
the complete
I'm
selection one?
certain it is.
There is no
Not
complete
the
selection
CSM
one
box.
for.
No,
Oh,
I mean,
there
are you sure it's not the CS one?
Yeah,
Uh,
yes.
Not CSM, CS.
Yes.
It has
That's the
that
CS.
title.
Yes, then that means it's CS as in the old
Yes,
before
yes.
CSM.
Yeah, they released a fucking CS article in 2007.
Yeah.
That's different.
And that's completely different. Like that's a completely different driver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Different toy. Yeah.
But yeah.
Also, rumors of the Goat Squad and.
So what did I miss while I was gone?
Wait, what?
We're talking about Zi-O now.
I know you.
Start again.
There are rumors of Ikawa from Akito as well.
There's also rumors about Yuinaba Go Mach.
Yeah.
Cause he posted a couple pictures on Instagram of him modeling some Kamen Rider merch.
And Hibiki's actor, I think, was posting some stuff about Kamen Rider recently. So
What?
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's a lot of.
I thought he fucking despised actually
actors who-
Hibiki.
There's a lot of actors who've been posting about Kamen Rider stuff, and that probably doesn't mean much. But with Zi-O happening, people have been freaking out over it. RMH, we can hear you eating. What the hell is that?
No, it's not eating. It's just they got something in the mail and I'm unboxing.
Well,
Oh.
What
Here's my-
what is it? What?
Would you like to share the mail time?
It's like limited edition of Fate Stella.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
It is
Hey, I like Fate.
I love how we heard Fate and we all just.
I like Fate.
I was
I
gonna say.
know some of you guys like Fate.
I
but
wonder if it's. I wonder if all these actors coming back is because one. It's the last one of the Heisei era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heisei, yeah.
That's they said the directors themselves said like we're gonna try as hard as we can to get everybody.
But like I'm wondering
Big
if they're going
celebration
to
of
them.
Heisei.
They're like, listen, just this one time. We won't ask you ever again. This is the last time. Come
Like
on.
we just will pay you as much as you want for 2 episodes.
I bet
Even
Toei's like.
Even
Wait,
with asking
wasn't
to
it-
Hibiki.
Wasn't it rumored that Zi-O was supposed to be a shorter series or?
No,
That
there was
was
a
false.
that's a rumor that's like it's only good. It was gonna be decade long with like 30 episodes.
There was an interview with either Shirakawa or the Shiraka, whatever his name is, or the writer, I don't remember which one, that basically said it's going to be around 48 episodes, so it's going to be regular length.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, well, that's almost around 50. That's not very regular. Well, honestly, for newer stuff, yeah. Ghost
No?
is pretty long.
They always are around like 45 to
No, I'm
50.
thinking about like 50s. No.
No, it's
Yeah,
always
I think
The only-
longest is
Wizard.
with like
Wizard.
52.
Wizard's
Because-
weird.
Because
And,
Gaim
Wizard,
was
Wizard is
delayed.
50. Yeah, Gaim was delayed, and Wizard has Wizard was given like the 2-episode epilogue.
Yeah,
Here you go, Wizard.
which wasn't even
50
much
is-
of an epilogue.
50 Yeah, 50 is the actual epilogue, and then the world and the Magic Stone stuff is 51 and 52.
Ghost had
Yeah,
50.
the guy preview arc.
Yeah.
And also the Cade.
Also, decades. Tsukasa is there to tell Wizard, hey,
I love Tsukasa.
don't give up.
Just because Tsukasa's so weird.
Tsukasa is a fantastic character that, you know.
I feel like he's the
Yeah.
one actor they have to get back for every anniversary thing. Cause,
Oh,
like, he's the one
absolutely.
where it's like, you're the first original. Well, no, you're not the first original anniversary one. The first
You
one was
are the anniversary one.
Zed Cross.
Zed Cross. It's the actor.
Z-Cross. And they got him back for Heisei vs. Showa.
And I loved it because it's revealed he's the big hero, actually.
Yeah, Z-Cross is like the big hero. Like, he's disguised as Ambassador Hell, and he's just like, sup, fuckers.
I was
holograms, remember?
And then it's like, that's pretty cool. And then you hear his remix theme at the credits, and then you fucking scream.
Yeah.
Because you're
Fuck
like, oh my
yeah.
god, they actually did it.
They did it, the Madmen.
Love you so much, Sherman.
Absolute geniuses.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll be able to get him and Tsukasa back for Zi-O.
Masahiro Inoue,
I have like 100. He loves being a writer.
and he loves being a writer, and he also loves being Jinga in Garo. And
Yeah.
he, to the point, he still has the Jinga hair right now. So we've talked about this before, not recording, but like the whole thing would just be that if he showed up and he had the white Jinga hair, like they could just not draw attention to it, and people would go, you know what? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Decade would change his hair.
Tsukasa would have that kind of hair, and you'd just be like, okay. Because Masahiro Inoue has it, and he's basically just Tsukasa.
He's just Tsukasa.
Basically just Tsukasa.
Ah, so this is the world of Guro.
Also, I can't.
Literally before the Ryugaverse stuff, he just walked onto the set of Garo and said,
so this is the world of Garo.
And then he gave like the director
Right.
like
A Decade card. And he's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
What is that?
And it was like way before Jinga was a character. It was way before the fucking Ryugaverse.
Yeah, because he just came on set one day with nobody fucking like really like knowing. He just sneaked up.
That's the
walks
same way
on
he
set.
got the part as Tsukasa, isn't it? Was he just hanging around the Kiva sets and they were like, you're okay, get in.
You're okay.
He sneaks onto a lot of sets because I think it also happened in Gaim, where he just snuck on set and then people were like, hey, look, it's the Destroyer of Worlds.
He's like, yes, thank
Yes.
Stop him.
You can't stop him, he's so chaotic.
Not Mr. Domino.
I can't keep going back. I keep
He
going back
needs
to
to,
the.
he needs to have like an Ultraman Zero type role where he just like shows up in episodes.
I keep going back to that one image where they announced that Takumi and Kusaka would be back, and I can't stop not looking at Kusaka, who's just smiling, hand on his hip, just I'm
that's
back.
one of the great. It's but my favorite is the fucking where is it? It's in the meme.
When
picture.
mom and
It's
dad,
in the memes. When mom and
stop
dad stop
fighting
fighting long enough to take a picture, and it's just the two of them smiling.
Driver
Yeah.
on, knuckles cracked. Yep, it's Fi's time.
Yeah.
What?
Wrist flicked. Yep, it's Fi's time.
I just,
Friend's dead.
I love,
Also, the winners of Delta.
oh,
Oh,
Please.
which Delta though?
yeah, wait.
Kitazaki, do it.
Not a bad one.
Ray Vegeta would probably love to come back and beat Kitazaki. And then he'd go, how the fuck is Kitazaki alive? He got eaten by the Dragon. Shut up.
Don't worry about it. This is time travel. Don't worry
It's
about
fine, time travel.
I hope you find
Time travel could fix it, can make
Time
anything
travel
sense.
couldn't fix it because
Time travel
Ray
is
Vegeta isn't 14 anymore. Just have it and don't give him an explanation. Have him there and don't give him an explanation for like a long while, and then explain that like he somehow like took over the Orphanok King from within or some bullshit like that.
Oh, shit.
I really want
Fucking
to talk
build
about.
this bastard.
I really want to talk about 100 years after Ring Band.
Oh no.
You guys will have to talk about that on your own because I didn't see that.
So
Yeah.
so we all did a big
didn't
fun.
I didn't get to talk about Zi-O.
Wait,
Of Juden
I
Sentai
don't think.
Kyoryuger.
Wait, are the subs out for episode 1.5 of?
Yeah, they said that's on their blog. Over time.
Oh,
It's fine.
Really? Where?
On their blog.
No, I know the rules are, but I don't see.
Wait, 1.5
the-
of what?
A Zi-O.
Oh, I didn't know
don't-
they were gonna do that.
I don't see a subbed version of it.
I remember them saying that it was on their. Let me see their
There's
blog. Where's the
The
blog?
raw of it, but I don't see it on on.
Let me go to their.
Time.
Oh,
At all.
What's in it?
they talk about gays.
Yeah, talk about Gaze's name.
Oh.
why are you so gay?
No, it's Gates. It's German.
They made it Gaze to sound cooler.
Yeah, they sound exotic. Oh yeah. Oh, so that's where that information is from. Okay.
You keep bringing up 1.5. We ain't running away from 100 years after.
Okay. So we all did a group watch of Juden Sentai Kyoryuger.
I didn't, but I saw it. Don't worry.
We all We all loved it. It was great, and we all felt a lot of emotions and stuff toward the end.
Daigo's the best.
Daigo is the best.
Yeah, he
Why?
is.
Daigo is the best.
Okay.
Not sure why he was shipped with Amy, but okay.
Okay, before you go on, can we just talk about the best moment in that series, which is use Carnival, and he just rips off his shirt. He's like, it feels like I'm at a fiesta.
At a fiesta, and he remembers being in like
Brazil,
in like
Rio de
Brazil,
Janeiro.
like dancing in fucking Rio, the
only
world's
reason
biggest
he's-
carnival.
He's also shirtless again, dancing, and all the women are like, oh yeah, King's so cool.
Yeah, and it cuts back, and he just goes, Brent!
So good.
Oh, he's so cool. Daigo is the best. But Daigo is the best. But then we decided to watch the Kyoryuger movies. We watched with the
Hey,
first
don't
one.
forget,
We
don't
watched.
forget the other best moments.
Which one?
What?
The
Come
Crying
on,
axe.
Aikidon!
Come on!
Come on, Aikidon!
God, that actor is a gem. Just like Saika's actor. Even though
Uh,
Yes.
Okay, also, okay,
But,
here, another good moment of Kyoryuger was the fucking crying axe, though.
Yes,
Oh,
when,
yeah!
when fucking yeah, the whole ending of Kyoryuger is just one great moment after another.
Yeah, but the crying axe was definitely the part I got the most hype at, where fucking
yeah.
Ian uses what's his name?
Aigeron's
Aigeron.
axe.
Yeah, Aigeron's axe, and it fucking cries when it hits.
The new
And,
guy replaced him.
Yeah, so good.
So of course, as we love this series, on a new high, where do we go? We go to the lowest point of all, 100 years after.
Shuden Sentai Kyoryuger 100 years after.
So normally
Yeah.
Sentai wait at least 10 years before doing a 10 years after thing. If I remember
Mhm.
correctly, Hurricanegers suck dick majorly, apparently.
Oof.
And then I don't remember any other one. There's Go Oners coming out.
It's
I think-
very good.
I think
Good,
It came
Yeah,
out.
I've heard good things about it.
It's
I've
heard-
an episode. It's good.
Oh, Decker Ranger had one, right? And Decker
Yeah.
Decker Ranger had one. Yeah, Decker Ranger had one, and then they have sequels to Decker Rangers 10 years after, where they have like Decker Ranger cross Gava, Space Squad and shit.
And now it's
Right,
become
so
the
it's
space
always
saga.
like- It's always like 10 years after, where you see the actors, they've changed, and it's generally like, oh, it's great to see the cast again. So what do? We can't wait 10 years. Let's just go into the future, 100 years later, with the same
So they're
actors.
the same actors, but now they're playing their distant descendants or
Their
whatever.
great
Who
grandchildren.
all suck, basically, except
All-
Ubi.
Who all suck except for
Ubi
Ubi and Ichan.
Yeah.
I will never
Because
get
they're
over
two super cool dudes.
So all you need to know about these two characters is Ichan is just
A
I-
guitarist.
No, he's that one guy at college who sits under the tree playing Wonderwall on the fucking acoustic guitar. And then you have Upi, who's just like, oh,
he
you know what?
bowls because bowling somehow had a resurgence in
Resurgence,
popularity
He's super popular. And like
Yeah.
the best scene
in
with him,
2114.
the best scene with him is when they're all realizing, wait, the colors we're using aren't the colors we should be using. And he realizes gold is his.
He
so
realizes
takes
gold
out-
is
He realizes it by looking at a gold bowling ball, and he throws it, destroys the entire lane, and gets like a strike.
Yes! Yes!
Yeah.
And he's just cheering. And
Yeah.
However, the actual thing of the colors we're using isn't our right colors. We have to use the same colors as our ancestors was fucking terrible.
It should have been that they had like fusion colors.
That or just
Yeah,
have
like-
them keep the fucking team colors they had, but have it be
I
like
think-
they have to learn to be heroes or something. Not like, oh, we have to have them be the exact fucking same colors, because they had Kiryu Navy, but they just had that be a stopgap form for Daigo's like
Kyoryu
descendants.
Navy, which is just
Yeah.
good guy Death Ruger.
Which is
Yeah.
the worst, because that's the most original costume in that entire thing. Because it's actually like you look at it and they changed it so it's not like Death Ruger. But here we go, gotta throw it out. You gotta be red. You gotta be red.
Yeah.
Also, magically, you already get Carnival off the bat. Fuck you.
And not to mention how that Judenchi that spouts off everyone's name.
Oh right.
Yeah.
It spouts off the original team's name, and then it
Suck.
summons
and brings them through time.
Even though there's already a version of Soji in present.
Still alive, because he's
then-
116 years
Oh.
old, because the ancient sword master.
And let's not talk about the worst part. When he uses that the first time, he goes back in the past, and they're all like, "Oh look, it's my great grandson. You heard your prayers."
You're like, fucking what?
And you're like, wouldn't this fuck with the timeline really bad? Like, what? We know who you are. What?
It's cool. It's cool.
Like, there were only a few good parts. It was Upi, Ichan, and then the reveal that Candelera is now the new wise
Candelera
god.
is the new wise god,
Yeah.
the new wise god, and then Candelera's cover of the Kyoryuju theme.
I like the
Yeah.
part where the monsters like fucking yelled at it. You have fucking 3 blues.
You're not being the right team. Look at it. Look, you got.
They're
the
just
colors
yelling
wrong.
at it.
Yeah.
No, fuck you. You're not doing it right.
Yeah, it's like, why do you have so many blues on your fucking team? Plus, silver and gray are basically the same.
Yeah.
Like, that was great.
I agree with the silver and gray, but I'm like, fuck you. I love navy and cyan. You can't take this from me.
Everybody loves Cyan.
Yeah, that was a good moment. I fucking...
The thing I didn't like was
The thing about Candelera being the new, like, wise god or whatever is that they kind of had it implied that meant she didn't get together with Nobu, which is like, oh...
No, but
Did
she
they?
did. No, but you
She
can't say that. You can't say that Nobu didn't get together because Nobu's
because not
descendant
Nobu.
isn't because not Nobu isn't Nobu's direct descendant. He's the descendant of his little niece.
Yeah, but you know what would have been cooler? If it was his descendant and he was like a he's a fusion. He's like half human, half...
Yeah,
Weird gimp heart.
I forgot what their race is called.
The
Yeah,
boss.
Daybos, yeah. Also, the villain of this movie was stupid. Like, it was,
Oh, you mean just Lord Chaos again?
yeah. And then, like, it had too many, like, terrible moments. Nobu's, like, the Nobu character's awful. Again, he's
yeah.
supposed to have, like, that, like, Kansai accent, but, like, it is bad.
The subbing was bad, but that could be level more at TV Nihon than.
You blue.
yeah, the sub...
How are you blue?
We had to use TV Nihon subs for it, and the TV Nihon subs were terrible. They subbed his lines really awfully.
All of his eyes were Oz. It was weird.
Like, let me explain why they had to do that. Because literally,
Because everybody always puts the Kansai accent as like a southern accent. I don't. I'm on the side that Kansai is more like a New Yorker accent.
I mean,
It's not.
No, it's
I know
not.
that at
We
least
know for a
one-
fact that
I
Kansai.
know that at least one mobile game out there has translated Kansai accents into like sort of hip hop speak.
Persona 4, Persona 4 Arena translates Labras's as New York, Brooklyn.
I don't like that much though.
I like it.
No,
So
I'm fine with that.
playing Yakuza 0, it really much was more.
But like, it's just it was.
I
Just,
cannot imagine all the people Majima runs into speaking with certain accent like that. No, I fucking imagine like this. Hey, what
Yeah.
the fuck you want? Hey, what the fuck you want, Cyclops?
My biggest issue is that like it's been 100 years, but they're making Candelera seem like the worst like wise
Candelera.
god possible. And I'm like, come on, really? And then the reveal of where's the rest of the batteries? It's behind the photo. Really? Did nobody look?
Yeah, why? How did you not look for like 100
then-
years?
Like,
But then
the plot-
we had the much better film afterwards.
Luke and,
yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
Kyoryu versus GoBusters.
No.
Kyoryu versus Go
yeah, we have to talk about that.
Give me a second.
So you're a little salty about Kyoryu Go Busters because Go Busters, didn't get the big
Yeah,
spotlight because
fucking-
you're
They had Enter die to like the basic Kyoryuja finish, and I know it was like a backup, but like it being a
they
backup
didn't just have
was
they didn't just
stupid.
have Enter die.
Dark
they had
Buster!
Dark Buster die to Kyoryu Brave finish.
Which the whole point of fucking
But
Dark Buster was
is how powerful it was, and then it's like, oh yeah, I know it's a backup, but if he has Dark Buster, he probably should be as strong as
he's stronger than
actual
Howard
Dark Buster
Custom.
was.
Yeah.
the worst part
Yeah.
is, like, the first half of the movie was very, like, go Busters. Yeah, you love him. And then the second half was like, fuck him, because dinosaurs. And it's like, but...
Because dinosaurs, and look, here's Geki and what's his name? Abared. What's his character's name?
Oh god, it's on the tip of my tongue.
I can't even remember actually.
Ryoga Hakui. H-A-K-U-A.
Ryoga. Let's just call him Ryoga.
Ryoga. Yeah,
Ryoga.
Ryoga with fucking Geki and Ryoga showing up, and then all the others showing up in voice.
By the way, I looked it up.
Okay, but it was hype though.
By the way,
It was super, yeah, where they all like did all their roll calls together, and we got to see fucking modernized, like modern of the fucking Dino Buckler and the Bakuryu change.
No, we also had to watch TV Nihon stuff for this. And did I love how they did the Dino Buckler where it's upside down?
Where
and
like
twists
yeah,
it
the
up.
words Dino Buckler.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, TV Nihon is really good at like doing those all the crazy encoding shit with all the.
But then we get Tachi.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they do the weird thing where they sometimes just don't translate Tachi as like a plural.
Like,
Tachi.
I don't know. Like that was just a good movie. I liked it a lot.
But yeah,
But that's not the
and
best
they all
movie.
did like the roll call. They all did their separate roll calls, and then after their roll call, we are Dinosaur Super Sentai.
And it's just a big. And then they do the fucking finisher where they combined all their weapons.
They combined all 3 Sentai teams' weapons into one.
Also, I looked it up.
Same shit.
Also,
Same shit. The ultimate example of same shit.
Same shit.
Yeah.
Same
Also,
shit is one of
like,
the greatest concepts, and I'm glad it was acknowledged.
You just put all of the things into the same thing because
the
they're
same
all the same
It's
shit.
the same shit.
Just jam the Q-Tama into the build driver. It's the same
Also,
shit.
I
Just
looked it up.
shove the mobilettes into the Fies gear. It's the same shit.
Also, I looked it up just because I
Stick
was
an
interested.
O's metal into like the
The Dino Buckler.
yeah, sure.
Same shit.
Also,
Go
I
on.
looked it up just because I was interested. And, like, yeah, no, they got everybody back just to do their voice, too. Like,
Yeah.
all of the Zoo Rangers came back. Everybody from Abba Ranger came back. I'm
Oh,
sad that we didn't
not
get fucking
Red
Abba
Black
Ranger
or Red
Killer.
Killer.
So sad we didn't get it. 'Cause we got fucking,
Didn't get all.
we got Jin to come back to join
We
the
didn't get Dragon Ranger back either.
I
Who's-
wish we didn't.
If they
I
if they
wish
had
they hadn't brought. I wish they hadn't brought Jin back.
Whose mouth
because,
is like super close to the mic?
Sota.
Sota, move your
Back
mouth.
up a bit.
The problem with
Are you like blowing into your mic, dude?
Huh,
the
weird.
problem with getting
Sorry.
Dragon Ranger back is that's actually impossible because Urai's actor retired. Like,
Oh.
And you
he's
know,
not. I think he's just a salary man now. I'm not kidding you.
Oh no.
Well, they've gotten retired.
Yeah.
They've had retired actors back before.
No,
Yeah.
this,
In
Black
Kamen Rider
RX.
3.
Yeah, Black RX.
Yeah.
no, this guy's straight up gone.
All the like he's like has no
No,
intention
he's
to
not
come
that.
back.
He like jumped on the bike and we do not know where he is. He's gone. We
He's
just
a
know
salary man.
Probably change his name just so people
In-
won't.
So on a scale of like Mutsuki to like Super 1 in terms of how well they can locate the
He's
Super 1 is just
Oh
gone.
my god.
Super One is
Fucking
buried.
awful.
Super One is fucking buried alive in a ditch.
For
somewhere.
anybody that doesn't know, if you're listening, Super One.
Yeah, Super One's actor.
Is a giant artist.
He's a con artist. He said that like the Super One belt got stolen and he was trying to raise money to like get another one or something, but it wasn't actually stolen. He still had it, and then like super recently in the last like year or two, he just fucking disappeared.
And no one knows where he is.
No one knows where he is.
where
He's
in the world is Kamen Rider Super
Super
One?
One.
Like,
Yeah.
the last thing we know is that he was bowing down to fans and going, I'm sorry. Then he just, poof, gone like
gone.
that.
He's
Gone.
dream.
He ran. And that's why you'll never see Super One again.
We'll see Super One again, just not
But you
just
won't
the
see
suit.
him. Yeah.
That's why you won't get like, and it's kind of like how people are like, why won't we ever have a Sun Vulcan like anniversary thing?
It's because
Well,
Sun
that's 'cause
Vulcan's
Sun
act.
Vulcan
What is
Yellow.
Sun Vulcan Yellow is fucking pedophile or something,
He
right?
killed some kids. And it was
Yeah.
super bad.
Oh no. Poor son Vulcan.
And we won't get fucking you'll never see Ryoma Sengoku again because he got done in for assault.
To be fair, I
Yeah.
don't think we need to see him again.
We don't.
Yeah, we don't. He's not a
He
Kamen
had
Rider.
he had a pretty definite ending.
The RMH
I've got-
is making noises again.
He had a
Fine.
pretty definite ending.
I'm just moving some stuff, that's all.
He had a
Yeah.
pretty definite ending, and then brought him back as a cyborg. Then he
They
had
brought
the
him back
more
in his
definite
cyborg and he had a super definite ending.
Yeah, where he blew up.
Christ's sake.
The same character as Itsumi, except Itsumi didn't have a definite ending to begin with.
The
We
best-
still don't know if he's dead or not.
He probably is dead. I've let go mostly of my actual hope of him being alive.
At least the best part with Ryoma.
But he could be.
Dude.
though.
He's super dead!
At least the best part
You
with
know, this
Ryoma coming
universe
back.
resetting effectively.
Yeah, but shut up.
Wait, would there maybe be another Usumi? Because since he's a cyborg, there would be another version since he wouldn't be a cyborg without Evolt.
He would be. He's a cyborg and maybe part of Volt because that weird vein shit when
Yeah, he
used
has-
the Evolve Driver the first time, but it's not like. But at the same time, he could have. The Utsumi didn't like. He wasn't born an Evolved hybrid, so it's kind of like maybe that wouldn't have an effect on it. So who knows?
That begs the question.
But the thing is that Sento wasn't born Sento.
No, I know. But
So who
Itsumi
knows?
didn't have a completely different identity after he became a cyborg.
You-
He just got crazier
Yeah.
and became kind of a sadist.
But it's a possibility that that could be the
Say
case.
He turned into like Sento and Banjo.
Fuck that bitch. I'm glad he's dead.
Yeah.
That's what everybody says in the Build universe.
Yeah, but
Thank God
there's like,
Utsumi's
there's
dead.
like quite a few people you can't get back anymore because either they're criminals or they're dead,
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
or they're super duper retired.
Like Kiba.
Like
He was fucking
like Dragon
sad,
Ranger.
didn't
Kiba is so Kiba,
Yeah.
he was like what 35 when he died.
Yeah.
He died like
No,
2015, I think.
no Orga. Orga,
Orga.
Orga, Orga.
And they
yeah.
said that, and they've said that they'll never say what the disease he had was, which
Or
is,
why he died, which
you
could
know.
easily not been a disease.
Yeah, like that's like yeah.
Yeah,
how-
it kind of implies things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we don't know.
Rest in peace.
But like, we could try our best to get like all the main writers are still alive, every
Can we
single
get
one.
Saiga back?
I want Sega back.
Psychopath.
He's
Yeah.
still doing shit.
His
Just
name
not-
is Leo. Let's get him back.
Get
Yeah.
Leo.
Let's get Leo back. Do it.
Anyway, Kyoryuger vs. Go Busters. Besides my beef with the way that Go Busters are treated in the second half of it, it was very good. Besides that,
Oh yeah, no, I
If you
think
got knows the best movie is, of course,
The Bounty Hunter
We are the
Troop.
Bounty Hunter Troop. So we watched. So forever.
This
ago,
one
So long while back, a couple months ago, we watched
Peace.
Peace Kyoku no Kakira, the first of the Toei Hero Next.
Was it the first? I thought it was the second.
Yes, it was the first.
Huh.
Which was the Toei Hero Next is like this initiative to, or was anyway. I don't know if
I don't think it's
I don't
still
think
on.
they've done anything with it since Bounty Hunter Troop, but
It was an
it's part of
initiative.
this initiative to like push for toku actors to do like more serious,
More
or
mature.
different, more mature
Non-toku shit.
things,
Yeah.
non-toku things.
not typecasted.
Peace starred AG and Anx actors Shu Watanabe and Ryosuke Miura. It was
From Kamen Rider O's, just to make it
weird,
clear.
from Kamen Rider O's.
it was weird.
It was a weird
uh,
sci-fi movie.
It was
Yeah.
a weird like suspense type thing, but then it turned into a weird sci-fi thing by the
Yeah.
end.
There was,
How we were all
Should we explain the reason why we decided we wanted to watch
yeah,
this movie?
Here's why we watched it, because we're a bunch of
Idiots.
big, we're a bunch of dumb fujoshis.
I'm not.
And we saw this one gif. We
But
saw this
whatever-
one gif.
Whatever the male equivalent of a fujoshi.
We
is.
saw
we're all into the gay shit.
all
Where we
saw-
like gay
all
shit.
saw one
gif.
of
AG and Onks
of
characters
AG
in the
and
movie.
Characters in Peace kissing, and it turns out that GIF was a fucking lie, and it was edited, and we got bamboozled super hard.
And we probably should have noticed. We probably should have
Because there's a
noticed it was edited because it wasn't particularly well edited. But we were
Because you could
fooled by
see
it,
the
and we were
pixels.
so desperate for it that we were like, okay, let's just watch this. And it was an alright movie. It was
an
kind
al-
of fucking
it was
weird when
okay.
everyone
It got
started getting
weird at the end.
superpowers.
Yeah. There's a dude who can control people's bodies.
If you want to see Ryosuke Miura playing a character with like 5 different personalities, pretty well, then
If you want to see a movie, Shu Watanabe is forced to put a gun to his own head.
Yeah.
Then
that
watch
as
it.
well, yeah.
But you
But
won't
then
get any gay out of it.
Yeah, no gay.
You won't get the gay. Nope.
Now, but that's not the case for Bounty Hunter Troupe.
But so for Bounty Hunter Troupe, I like just on a whim, I was similarly looking up gifs of I was looking up pictures of Ian, and then I looked up pictures of Soji.
No, you look up pictures of Soji first, and then Ian.
I looked up pictures of Soji, then I looked up pictures of Ian.
Because we were watching Dino Charge, and we were getting bored, so I was like, I just want to look at Soji. Because I really like Soji, I think he's cute. So then we just started posting pictures of him.
And then I started looking up pictures of Ian and Soji, and then I saw a GIF of
Them kissing.
Soji's actor kissing Ian's actor, and it was very clearly not edited. It was super legit makeouts.
And we were like, what the fuck is
And
this?
we were
Oh, it's
like,
another Toei Hero
It's a
next
Toei
thing.
Hero next with the Kyoryuger actors.
Oh.
And it's apparently the last Toei Hero next, and so we looked for it, and we found TV Nihon subs for it, and we decided to sit down and watch it. And it was a remarkably better quality
And
than
also canon.
this was.
There
And
was-
also,
there was-
it's canon
to
the
Kyoryuger.
And that's no bullshit. NJS, I know you haven't seen it. Let me explain. It literally takes place during Kyoryuger's finale. There is a fucking news broadcast in this movie of the fucking newscaster saying the Devos army have announced that the world will end in 50 hours.
From the fucking
No, really?
And then at the end of the movie, they have a newspaper that says Kyoryuger saved the world or
Yeah,
something.
And there's a bit where Soji's character, who's like an extreme method actor, fucking dresses as one of the Devos minions to scare a dude who turned out to be afraid of them because he got attacked by one once and pissed himself because of it. Like, it super takes place in Kyoryuger's world, it's just you never see any of them, you don't actually properly see any of the monsters either, you just see a silhouette of the minion.
Yeah.
And, like, you don't see the mechas or anything, but it super takes place in Kyoryuger's world, and that's...
And they also hang out in the exact same cafe.
Yeah,
Tiger Bar.
yeah, it's really weird, but, like, that's the kind of shit that I want more of. I want more movies that aren't, like,
Toku.
you know, like, Toku, but, like, take place in the setting of, like, a Toku series.
The most interesting would be like a romantic comedy taking place in the world of Build.
Yeah.
Like romantic comedy taking place in the Build, and suddenly you'd see like
The
you
fucking
see, like,
Pandora
you
Tower
see
right
no,
now.
you see a police car drive by, and you see like a,
Guardians.
like a Toto soldier in like the driver's seat, and a guardian in the passenger seat.
Okay, so there's 2 more Toei Hero next?
There's
Yeah.
one.
My future
There's-
will be executed.
There's
Yeah,
one
the
for
Forze
Forze.
one, My
What was
future
Forze
being
actors?
executed, which is Gentaro and Ryusei's, and then there's the Gokaiger one, which I think we're gonna watch the Gokaiger one after we've watched Gokaiger. But
Yes.
yeah,
Please.
I heavily recommend Bounty Hunter Troupe, especially if you've watched Kyoryuger.
Even if you haven't, it's just a good movie.
It's super good.
I haven't
It's
watched
got-
Kyoryuger and I enjoyed it very
it's
much.
got a lot of oth- It's got a lot of other Sentai actors in it as well, like
Yuki, Yoko from
Yeah.
Go Busters,
It's Shinken.
Deca Green.
Yeah, Shinken Gold plays like
plays an old
Yes.
Showa era type superhero.
Yeah.
that keeps getting shown on TV that Daigo's character is obsessed with. It's fucking great.
His name is
Hell's
Actor.
Face.
Hell's
His
Face.
name is fucking Hell's Face, and like, and
Open
Shinken
Hell's
Gold's
Face.
actor- Shinken Gold's actor is actually given like makeup that gives him that kind of face. that a lot of old Showa actors had, like
Yeah.
like fucking Kotaro Minami.
The
big,
hard
sharp
eyeshadow.
eyes, you know.
God.
It's really
fucking great.
again. I haven't seen Kyoryuger, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a fucking good movie.
The only downside to say is that the other movie they had, you know, the 30-minute one,
What?
which was
What?
okay. Death Ryuger was the best
Gibberish
part.
Yeah,
Oh,
Death
right.
Ryuger's
Ryuga.
Death Ryuger, yeah.
Death Ryuger.
Death.
30-minute movie. Oh boy, it's 10 minutes. It's approximately
Yeah.
10 longer than the episode.
Yeah, Death Ryuger. You can't because it's 30 minutes because they fucking have it as like build with
Double.
the Rider movie.
Wizard.
Yeah, build with a Rider movie, and then like they just had a follow up to the Death Ryuger thing anyway later in the series, and but that build up led to the one of the greatest moments outside of the finale in Kyoryuger, where finally we got to see all 10 Kyoryugers transform together.
Oh yeah. The good ones, not the we passed on our powers. It's like
No,
that's
you
okay.
get to see Daigo, Ian, Nobu, Soji, Amy, Utsemimaru, Ramirez, Esai,
Gordon.
Yayoi, and Torin all transform.
You get to see the real group, not the.
The real 10 Kyoryugers, not the
Yeah.
weird successor ones.
I don't even mind the successor ones. I kind of like female Cyan, but it's like,
Yeah, it's,
they're not as good as
yeah.
Ramses.
No, Ramirez.
Nothing can beat Ramirez.
Nothing
No
can
one
be
can-
Ramirez. Nothing can be Ramirez.
Come on.
Brave.
They should have
Brave man.
fucking. They should have fucking let Ramirez be in Dino Charge.
They should have. He's like, I'm super ready for it. And they're like, no.
No.
Wow, great job.
Good job. Good
Come
job, Saban.
Oh my.
Saban.
I
Saban.
would never not love that. The English in that series was too good.
Yeah, it was so good.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Man,
Oh.
okay, so like, we absolutely loved, fucking, Kyoryuger, and we absolutely loved Bounty Hunter Troupe, but it was really weird seeing the Kyoryuger actors act completely differently to how
The
they
girl's
are.
a thought, right?
No, Nobu
Yeah.
was.
The girl's a total tsundere thought.
The title she had was the extreme sadist, actor.
Yeah. We should probably explain what the fuck it is. If we talked about it, yeah, we should probably explain what the fuck Bounty Hunter Troupe is.
So the title is We Are the Bounty Hunter Troupe, and what the plot is this is an actor troupe who are also bounty hunters.
Yeah,
And-
hunting the bounty of this lady who got arrested a year ago while she was pregnant. Who got arrested for like the
Killing
murder
her
by
mom.
arson of her mother.
Yeah. A lot of other stuff happens to that, obviously. So the main characters, there's I'm gonna have to look up the thing right now. Hang on.
The possessed actor.
Their names all have their Kyoryuger colors in them.
Which they also wear their Kyoryuger colors a lot in this movie.
Yeah.
Not to mention that like Uchi's character is like seen writing Kyoryuger fan fiction.
No, he's not. He's writing the script for one of their
He's writing the
like,
script for one of their
heists or
things,
whatever.
but he also geeks out about the Kyoryugers.
Yeah. He was getting super hype over it. So we have Akai Tetsuya, the possessed actor. He's a huge who is Daigo's who's Daigo's actor. He is a total coward. He is not a good actor. However, when he loses his glasses and he's thinking about Hell's Face, he gets super hype and he tries to like fight like Hell's Face, but he's not.
He
good at
doesn't.
fighting.
He gets.
He has the
super
hype.
pumped, but he doesn't actually like learn how to fight suddenly.
Yeah. There's Kuroda Ken, the delusional actor, who is Ian's.
Who is
actor.
Ian's actor, and unlike the Swan,
He's a soy boy.
He's super shy.
He's super
and-
shy and super gay.
Yeah, super gay.
And like a woman touching him is enough to just knock him out.
Yeah, any physical contact with a woman makes him freak out, and he immediately gets knocked out.
Get
as-
spasms.
Yeah, there's Aoki Junzo, the compassionate actor.
He's a cop.
He's a cop.
He's a cop. That's Nobu's actor, and he is actually not that different from Nobu aside in characterization, but he has short hair and he has no beard, so it's kind of weird.
And doesn't make
It's
lame
so
puns.
weird to just
Yeah,
look
he
at
doesn't
him.
make lame puns, but besides that, he's rather similar.
Instead of making lame puns all the time, he cries at everything remotely
Yeah.
emotional.
Yeah, there's Midori Shintaro,
Who is played by Soji's actor, and he's basically a fucking Yakuza protagonist, suave ladies man.
his title is the skilled actor. He is an extreme he's an extreme method actor, and he's really fucking good at fighting. He is a ladies man, and Kuroda Ken is super gay for him, and he's the best.
And he and Midori and Kuroda literally actually kiss one time in front of in front of a department store lady played by Yoko from Go Busters.
And she
swoons.
And she does the thumbs up and goes Roger, and she has a nosebleed as she's watching them.
It's great. Yeah.
And then
there's Sakurakawa.
They gave Rose a cameo.
Yeah, she was like super into Midori as well, so it's basically me. Anyway, there's Sakurakawa Kaori, which is Amy's one, the extreme sadistic actress.
Extreme sadist actress, and she's basically a high schooler who's like a total tsundere thought.
Tsundere doesn't really properly capture how like cruel
Much
she
of a
is
bitch
sometimes.
she is.
Yeah, she's a dominatrix.
It's really fucking weird seeing Amy act like that.
And she's always like, "Oh, I don't want to do this," and then the leader always pulls out his phone, which has some blackmail of her on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
And she's like, "I'll do the thing. I've always wanted to do that."
And
then the
never see the-
director,
Kimbara Toshiro,
played by Utsemimaru's
the
actor.
masterpiece actor. He's a weirdo like Uchi is, but while Uchi was like a weirdo for the past, he's just a weirdo for the
A
present.
weirdo who is like, kind of nervous about all the modern things. He's just a freak. He's just like a wacko.
Yeah,
and
it's fucking great.
He has smelly
and
feet.
He's
he
like the
has
director of the group.
He's the director of the group, and he has fucking disgusting feet.
Yeah.
And he also like does all sorts of kung fu shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chinese gibberish.
Yeah, literally.
Chinese gibberish. There's a part
literally-
where he fights a guy, and he fights him, like he shoves his dirty foot in his face, and the dude goes, "Oh!" and then he kicks the dude and steps on his back, and he goes, "Oh,
Like it's literally subbed as Chinese gibberish.
He said
like, very literally is Chinese gibberish.
He literally says Chinese sounding gibberish, and then he says hello, thank you, I love you in Chinese.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a fucking good movie.
It's a
And
good movie.
I recommend it, whether or not you've
absolutely
seen Kyoryuja, but especially if you've seen Kyoryuja. And again, yeah, this fucking takes place in Kyoryuja's world.
It also has some touching moments.
Yeah, the ending was really touching.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, did you guys see the post-credit scene?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
And there's a post-credit scene where
They look at the phone.
They look at the phone with the blackmail on it, and they just go.
They
freak out.
Yeah.
They freak the fuck.
We never find out what the blackmail material is, but they do.
But
And
the
it's
fact
the-
that Kuroda doesn't have as hard of a reaction to the blackmail as the other two implies things.
Yeah.
Wait, what does it imply?
Sex.
Oh.
Trap.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my god, I
Oh.
know
What?
Which one's Kuroda?
Anyway,
Well, because Kuroda's
the gay
the
one.
gay
Oh.
one.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Kuroda.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
So, what am I talking about? Are you, as anyone here caught up with Lupat besides?
I am caught up with Loop Pack completely.
Okay, then I think we should probably wait until next week to talk about it, and you guys should get caught up on it. Cause
I will try. I really fell off the train with
It's not
I
at all,
don't really care either.
Yeah. Well, there's not really much
To
I
say.
could say about with just what it's good. I really fucking love Keiichiro. He's great. Everyone in it, every character is great in it, but Keiichiro especially is really good.
Not Kyrie.
Kairi is also good, yeah. They're all good. I'm just saying I like Keiichiro the most.
By the time we do the next podcast, we'll actually, because this week I'm going to be streaming some of the episodes of Go Kaiser, so there's that.
Oh yeah, we're
yeah,
gonna
Yeah,
do
we'll
that group
fucking
watch. Gonna do that group watch, and then another of our friends, Sano, is gonna get super mad at us because we're
Yeah.
not watching every Sentai before it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have to watch every single one.
Hey man, he's going to listen to this.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, call him out live.
Call him out.
Yeah,
live.
he is gonna listen to this.
Live on
I am
Sentai.
calling him out live.
Yeah.
Watch every single one from Go Ranger.
We tried to watch Time Ranger.
Go Ranger
but
on.
it took down
Yep. We
the
wanted to
episode.
watch Time Ranger, but Shout Factory hasn't put out subs for it yet.
One with it they have, it's just not on their site.
I'm still
Or
gonna watch the
Shout Factory's subs are not on their on-demand thing yet.
I'm still gonna push for Bowcatcher.
I pushed for fucking Mega Ranger.
So now comes the random shit, since it
We've
seems like
we've talked about Build, we talked about Zi-O, we talked about Kyoryuja, and we don't have much to say about Loopats. I don't think any of us are watching Ultraman Lube.
I'm not lube.
Well, I'm only ever gonna call it Lube. You can't
Why Lube?
calling it anything besides Lube. Anyway, so let's get into some shit.
Oh.
Finally, let's talk about Masked Rider.
Masked Rider.
No,
Masked
absolutely.
Rider.
Oh no, wait! You know what else is actually ongoing
What?
now?
What?
Ninja Steel. We have to talk
Ugh.
about Ninja Steel, especially the
Can we what? We could talk about the episode we watched yesterday.
Yeah, okay. We watched the fucking
Newest episode
The newest episode, which
We've
was
watched-
a Valentine's Day episode
in September.
Because yeah, very smart. But before that, we also watched the fucking big.
Tommy Show.
I didn't get to watch Tommy Show.
Tommy Show.
I was at work,
We call it the Tommy Show. It's supposed to be the thing with like other legendary rangers,
but it's all Tommy.
the whole time is spent stroking Jason
Huh.
David Frank's Tommy dick.
Guys, get ready to spend $60 for the Master Morpher.
The
I will admit
unless
that
you got a
wasn't
Master
considered.
Morpher available.
Does it even let you transform into Turbo Red?
No,
Probably.
No,
I don't
because
think
the
so.
Bullshit.
power's on. Remember?
That doesn't mean anything. He can still use the dragon powers and the Zi-O powers and
No,
the
he didn't
fucking.
pass on the Dragon or Zi-O or White Ranger.
But he doesn't have them anymore.
He
He also lost the Black Ranger.
TJ
Huh.
has the turbo powers now.
Yeah, but still, he doesn't.
No, TJ
The Master
has
Morpher doesn't
the
seem to give a
turbo
shit.
powers. No,
Don't worry about it.
the turbo powers. Single. There's only the turbo powers.
Oh, too much pink
TJ has them
energy.
back.
Yeah.
Too much pink energy. Which
Too much
never
white
made
energy.
fucking sense.
Ninja Spin.
Ninja Spin.
So yeah, so the special was basically Tommy got a ton of focus as expected. The Ninja Steel Rangers, of course, got to do stuff, but then basically no one else really did anything.
Do they just show up and?
There was
Red.
Gia. There was fucking. you like that?
Yeah, there was
there
Gemma
was
from RPM.
Emma from RPM.
Lost
There's Kuda
Ultra
from
Reality
Dino Charge. Coda from Dino Charge. There's
Yeah.
Wes from fucking Time Force, who they forced him to act like Bill Shatner or some shit.
There's Trent from.
Trent, the White Ranger.
Oh, I'm guessing they don't explain why the RPM characters are there.
He has like two
No,
lines.
they
They
Gemma.
do explain. They explain
they
why Gemma and Coda are there because they're
Uh,
alternate universes.
Yeah, they traveled.
Dino
through-
Charge is an alternate universe, by the way,
Alternate
because of
universes.
how it ends.
Oh, because of the fucking dinosaur shit.
Yeah.
They bring back the
They
dinosaurs.
travel through alternate universes using equipment that they can't
Using dumb
overuse
TV
because it
remotes.
will damage the
Morphin grid.
grid or whatever.
Just
Because
like
it was an
Tommy.
emergency because the Rangers were being kidnapped and Tommy was missing.
Oh, boy,
What,
why couldn't
Tommy?
he? Can we get like a fucking Mario's missing thing? But it's like
Tommy's missing.
Jason's looking for Tommy so he can kill Tommy.
I have to kill Tommy. He's getting too powerful.
And then Rocky was there because Saban doesn't want to get back fucking
Austin
St. John.
I don't think Austin St. John wanted to come back.
Yeah,
No,
so
yeah.
basically, no one really got to do much besides Tommy in terms of the legacy ones. No one got to say their fucking transformation phrase. It was just ha.
Yeah, they just
a ninja
they go
spin.
ninja reveal when like 2 of them are ninjas.
And also,
Besides the Ninja Steel Rangers.
like even the ones who explicitly have fucking activation phrases for their thing, like RPM getting gear is the activation phrase for the.
They
other
have
one.
to say it.
You have to say it, and yet Gemma doesn't say it because fuck you, I guess. Gemma doesn't act like Gemma. Gemma acts like generic, like female ranger, whatever. When
No, she doesn't act like explosions, Gemma.
Yeah, she doesn't fucking act like Gemma. And it's
Like
annoying.
even though she goes through development and stuff and becomes more serious as RPM goes on, she's
still a weirdo.
the same person.
She's still a weirdo, and that's how
She's
she
still a
should
weirdo
be.
because she was fucking raised in a government facility.
Yeah,
She and her twin brother were raised in a fucking government facility, and so they're weirdos like that.
No,
Their development was them learning to think independently of each other.
but no, ninja spin and then
no.
ha.
And yeah.
Ha!
Yeah. So that was fucking
Bad.
On the plus
It was
side,
bad.
And let's not even fucking talk about the villains, because all the villains with all their fucking shit acting and racist acting.
All the villains in Ninja Steel are literally exactly the same, but some have racist accents.
Yeah, Papa the Poopy.
Mm.
I
like-
don't know, like really bad accents.
I am
Horrible
the.
Like if there were one that were Chinese, I would have expected them to go, "Oh, hello, I am."
Oh, hello!
Chinese."
I am
No,
the.
Hello, I am Chinese. Like, if you're gonna do a dumb, goofy racist accent, go full hog. Go for fucking. Oh, hello, ching chong, ho to, hi-yo.
Oh
Are
god.
you sure you want this in the podcast?
Fuck it, I don't care.
Talking for Mr.
Hey, yeah, you don't care because you're not the one who's gonna get banned.
Jesus Christ.
Time
Time
for Mr. Snip.
for Mr. Snip Snip.
Hey,
Anyway,
I gave advance warning.
What advance warning?
I said
I hope.
you could clearly hear I was leading up to doing it.
yeah.
God damn it. Time for Mr.
Anyway.
Snip Snip.
So after the special, obviously there was another fucking Ninja Steel episode out, which, as we said, it's a fucking Valentine's Day episode in September for some reason.
Because they wanted to do the Valentine's Day episode plot now because they had
Steel.
of the
of the ninja. Yeah.
of the ninja had the fucking arrow shit and they didn't think of any other way
No,
to use
the
an arrow.
Yeah, the arrow thing was they were poisoned in the ninja, and the weird bug lady who was needlessly sexy design-wise
Yeah, very
fell in
sexy.
love with Yakumo.
Yeah.
But then in this one, it's like, oh, the arrows make you fall in love
With her.
or
Valentine's
make
Day
you fall in love
episode.
with whoever you look
It
at.
wasn't very
I don't
clear.
know. It wasn't very clear. So Preston thinks that the girl who's
Preston
introduced
thinks
in
the girl
the
who's
first
introduced
returning
in the
episode,
fucking last the first new episode of the season, who he like.
who he has a crush on, thinks she got hit by it, even though it clearly hit her backpack. So he has to turn her down when she
But
asks
she asked him out to the dance, and he turns her
But then-
down, and then he like talks, and then he goes, "Oh no, wait, she did like me." Oh, and I just turned her down.
Oh
He's a dumb
no!
idiot.
And then
he
he
didn't even. And then
But don't worry,
So-
he can use his
so then
dog
all
tag.
of the fucking
he goes looking for her in like an abandoned parking lot or some shit.
all of the other
Or a
dude
shipping
rangers
yard.
get hit by the fucking love arrows, and the acting
Ow,
is so
they act-
bad.
Super bad.
I thought that the Red Ranger was pretending to be affected initially because his acting was so unconvincing. I thought that there was a gag of like it didn't work and he's just pretending and he's just gonna punch her or whatever, but it turns out he was meant to have actually been
You could
affected by
easily
it.
have done that too. You could easily have
But
done that.
no.
Like, he's an alien, so it doesn't work on him.
Well,
Yeah, but no. And
But
then
no.
and then Preston has a stupid plan where he like somehow where he pretends to be affected. Wow, and then he fucking grabs the last arrow for some reason.
And
she has
breaks
a very
it.
Limited supply, and he breaks it, and somehow that breaks its effect on
breaking the
everyone
last
else.
arrow breaks
She has
everybody
5
else's
of them, I
mind.
think,
Even
or 6.
though they already had, even though they already had an arrow of hers because it had hit the backpack.
And that could have
so they
broken
could've
that.
just- If they had broken that one, would that have broken the spell? I don't know. Anyway, let's not even get into the fact that Victor and Monty were in this episode, because every time I look at Victor
because
and or
fuck
Monty,
no,
I want
we-
to
we-
die.
You think of Utsumi.
Vomit.
No,
Shut
I
up.
look at
Every time we look at Victor and Monty, we want to die.
Because they're trying to be Bulk and Skull while not understanding why Bulk and Skull work.
there's no charm to Victor and Monty. They aren't fun.
They're just complete assholes.
Okay, let's elaborate on why.
God.
Why we're
Don't even joke about that dumb idea of Victor and Monty becoming Drive and
So-
Mock.
There's news from a French website that apparently one of the upcoming Ninja Steel episodes is going to be adapting the Ninja episode where the Metal Heroes character Jiraiya appears, and they are adapting him as Sheriff Skyfire.
Space
of
Sheriff
Space
Skyfire.
Police. No, I don't think Space Sheriff is in the name. It's just Sheriff Skyfire.
From the Space
but
Police.
he
They
is from
take the
Space
one
Police.
space, the one,
Non-space sheriff character making
the-
space sheriff.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's interesting.
It's
because-
interesting just because they're not like actively avoiding something like that, a crossover shit with
Yeah,
a
which-
different Toku hero.
which makes
With a
some of
completely different show, yeah.
which
Did,
makes some-
Did Ninja have an episode kind of like the X8 and Ghost episodes
I
where
don't think. No, it didn't.
That was
and
Superhero Tyson.
if it
Yeah.
did have an actual episode with Drive-In, that was like way earlier on because
Superhero Time?
Kamen Rider GP was Superhero
Because near the end it would be
was around episode 6
Like a
of
1-hour
Ninja.
special.
yeah, because
So it's
Yeah,
probably too late for them to
because
be adapting
after
anything
the halfway
like
point
that.
you're already doing
You say
Ghost.
that, but this is also Saban.
Yeah, but why would they adapt something that doesn't even have the
Well-
fucking gold in it?
Yeah.
Just say he lost his powers temporarily.
Or just he's out of town.
No. Why would they? Why would
He's
they
out of
adapt-
town. He's out of
anyway,
town.
I doubt Toei would let them.
Well,
anyway.
who knows, to be
Because-
honest? We don't know the inner workings
Nah,
because, like,
yeah, but,
they're letting him
like,
use
again-
Skyfire. I mean, fucking Jiraiya.
Yeah, but
Jiraiya.
there's a
God,
difference.
don't actually call him Skyfire.
There's a difference between
It's too cool of a name.
what Saban did with Metal Heroes and what they did to Kamen Rider.
Well,
I'll say.
I mean, at the time, well, right now
No,
we're doing with
Master
Hasbro.
Master
so.
Rider was well. Ninja Steel is still.
We don't know, to be honest.
Steel
I've heard
because-
I've heard people say that the second half's being
No.
kind of done by Hasbro.
No, it's not Hasbro. Hasbro didn't
It's
have it
not.
at the point where it would be them doing it.
Well, hopefully,
no, it's
hopefully
fine.
next season we could get some
So-
fucking Forza shit.
Yeah, so next season Beast Morphers, considering it's being it's being handed over to Hasbro and Hasbro and not Saban, there is more than 0% chance that Hasbro will want to or will be allowed to actually adapt footage from the first superhero Tyson, which was Force and
Like,
You
Ghost.
can't.
it-
You have to. No, you can't because Superhero Tyson is every rider and every Sentai.
I know.
It'll be interesting to say like, oh, like you could do like another
But,
like
again,
crossover episode with the past Rangers,
Yeah, but
and
again,
say like
Has-
there's these group of like space bug monsters attacking.
But
The
again-
masked riders? No,
Yeah.
fuck
No, I think they would probably call them Power
I
Rangers.
am Amazon.
Anyway,
But yeah, you got the whole bunch of like just you could just explain that, and you don't have to. You obviously don't have to adapt Marvelous fighting
and also
decade.
Hasbro are clearly willing to spend more money on Power Rangers, so I wouldn't be surprised if they
Yes.
did.
As long as they don't,
footage
and
that-
they can use the fucking some older Rangers like fucking Blitz and Supersonic.
Yeah, they would. I think they would. I think they would
New
be
powers
more
that are
willing-
new.
I think Hasbro would be more willing to do original footage to try and
Yeah.
get around the problem of too much focus on like older riders that wouldn't make sense for an
Yeah, shit like
adaptation.
Go Ranger.
And but the other thing is, Beast Morphers has 2 episodes. Go Busters, I mean. Go Busters has 2 episodes where Gavan appears. I wonder if Beast Morphers is going to adapt those.
Oh
Me?
yeah, that's right. There are 2 whole episodes where Gavin appears.
Yeah, it would be pretty fucking.
Like,
hype
make-
if they did,
make
because
Gavan's,
Beast Morphers is good.
A new character. Just
Yeah, they would.
you've introduced the space police, so
Yeah,
you could
so-
just start
I mean,
doing
I'm
that
kind of
shit.
upset that they did that with fucking Jiraiya, because it's like, well, Skyfire, I think, would be a fine name for one of the other actual space sheriffs.
You mean the red one?
Yeah.
Uh,
Sharavan, yeah.
Sheriff Sky, I think Sharavan was used in VR Troopers, but no one remembers that.
Nobody
Um,
remembers that.
No, it was Scheider.
It's just like how I think doing shit with Master Rider now would be a bit better, just because it's been so long that people don't remember Master Rider.
Yeah, no, it's more that Toei was like
Like,
super unwilling to let
was it
anyone-
Toei or was it Shotaro Ishinomori?
Ishinomori didn't want to let anyone else, but Toei was like, I think, respecting that. So like when Dragon Knight rolled around, they had to be like, no, seriously, we're not going to fucking do Masked Rider, we swear.
We're not doing Master Rider. We're not even gonna call it Master Rider.
We're using like we're doing like some original footage, and it's not ass.
It's
And-
pretty good, and there's no Furbus,
And there's no Furbus, and Fem gets more use.
and also Camo, also,
Yep, Kamen Rider.
and we're just calling it Kamen Rider.
Yeah,
Gonna
so
call it Kamen
Well,
Rider.
I can't not get over the fact that like
Kamen Rider.
you'll see someone smirk and then they look at the mirror and it's a Kamen Rider.
what are they supposed to fucking say?
I don't know, but
Like they can't say transform.
Transform would be weird. You can't say Henshin because
power
what the fuck?
No, they can't.
No.
The thing about transform is that I don't think they could use it because of Transformers.
Yeah, maybe.
No, what? How?
What?
Transformers,
What?
transform.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Transform is a
Transformers.
word!
I know, but
Transform
they don't say anything. But like,
They're saying Autobots roll out.
Transform is
They're
a
saying
word.
Transformers. You can't.
Compromise.
You're hearing
They're not. It's not the fucking. What's
the
the
same.
Fine Brothers? They can't like copyright the word.
no, I'm not saying copyright. It just get confusing.
It wouldn't!
No, it wouldn't. Who the fuck?
I remember hearing that once. That they that was a.
Hasbro has trademark Transform.
I'm not saying the trademark is involved.
But, like, you notice how, like, every other thing that Transform it says convert?
I will cut this all out and cut you all out,
No!
just so I can be right. I will edit this so it'll all say, yeah, Zed, you're super right.
All this in, and you're gonna leave my racist Chinese accent in.
I'm gonna edit this so you guys all agree with me and say
It's on screen
Zed's.
anyway, so they'll see it.
I'll delete the.
Yeah,
I'll delete the archive.
You're right.
Zed,
Ah, yeah, you just gave me the clip to use it.
Zed, you can't fucking Utsumi this. You can't fucking-
I am never wrong.
You can't.
That's Ult's thing. It's
That's
Ult's thing, and
Ult's
he's not gonna be here till like the end of the month.
So you can't steal his gimmick before he's even
Damn.
here.
I wanted to steal it super hard.
No.
No.
Fuck.
Anyway, so yeah, that's Power Rangers news.
Yeah.
Oh,
We barely even talked about the episode actually.
About Zi-O?
No, I'm talking about fucking Ninja Steel. You just said the.
We
You wanna
we
go
fucking-
at length talking about Ninja Steel?
we
Are
fucking
you crazy?
we fucking said all we need to about the Valentine's episode.
Alright.
Unless you have something else to say about it.
It was bad.
Yes.
The hideout is very. The hideout is like the most bland looking shit ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
So
Okay, so what else is left?
Well, we can't do email segment which
'Cause we don't have
is
email.
set up because we don't have an email and we don't have anyone who sends in emails.
Yeah, we don't have anybody.
So
Because, you know, we just started.
yeah.
We could do a random segment where we go around the room and say like, what are you doing that's not Toku related?
So basically, nah.
Nah, since this is not Toku related, it's like it could be like anything. And
Okay, so let's start.
Rose,
Rose, what are you doing that's not Toku related?
Like, what am I doing, like streamer wise? Or is
no,
like,
you could
what am
just
I watching?
talk about something you want to talk about that's not Toku related.
So recently, actually this is kind of Toku related, but I wanted to talk about local heroes for a bit.
Uh huh.
Because, if anyone listening to this isn't aware of particular local hero stuff, we'll wrap this up soon. I want to talk about local heroes, specifically Yabai Kamen, because
Yabai Kamen's cool.
if anyone ever listens to this who isn't aware of him, I want to make you aware. Yabai Kamen, who has a Twitter account, which is Yabai Kamen, just Yabai_Kamen, is a local heroes stage show villain character who, like, is just the fucking best. He has LED eyes in his helmet that can like make like different expressions, and he's super cute. I recommend everyone following his Twitter. Unfortunately, as he is a stage show local heroes thing, there isn't much footage of him actually doing his thing, and if there is, it's usually not subbed. But there's a lot of images of him. Sometimes he tweets in English. But yeah, and there's also there's Kita Q Man, Kita letter Q in all caps, and then Man, who is another stage show hero, and he has a YouTube account, and there is a theme for him that has a really fucking good video. The Zed, if you could put this in like the description.
I will. I'll put the YouTube links
in the Discord.
When I'm editing. I'll put it. Yeah.
I just want people to be aware of Kita Q Man and Yabai Kamen, because I think they deserve a lot of respect. And
Everyone
also,
needs to know about Yabai Kamen.
yeah, I also like to think that one day, if enough people are aware of them, maybe they'll do some kind of short TV series or something with Yabai Kamen or something, because that would be very nice.
It would be.
Because then maybe that would be more likely to get subtitled. And
Respect your indies, kids.
Yes, please, respect your indies, and that's all I really have to say this time.
So, okay, so next, who wants to go next?
I'll go next. All right, you go next, NJS.
Well, I usually just play 14.
Well, I don't. You don't really have to say what you're doing. More that just talk about something that's not Toku related. So if you want to talk about a video game you want to talk about, go ahead.
Sure. Well, then, so as I said, I played 14. Recently finished Heaven's Ward.
It's a good
That's
expansion.
One of the best expansions I've played for a game. The story is great.
It's pretty good.
The way it ties into Stormblood is pretty good. I'm going through Stormblood right now. Story's really not great so far.
I liked it. Personally.
It's decent right now.
Personally.
Maybe we'll get better, but most of the characters I feel are just like...
I feel like the climax for Heaven's Ward is just fucking amazing. Or not Heaven's Ward, Stormblood.
Oh yeah, like the ending of Heaven's Ward is so strong.
It's pretty strong.
With like you can't get any stronger than that with the music.
Wait till you get to the end of Stormblood. Please wait till you get to the end of Stormblood.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying like that final part where it's just.
Have you done the fight against Susanoo?
I have done it, yes.
Yeah. What did you think of that?
That's pretty okay. I mean,
Oh, just okay? That
it was fine.
it fucking blew my mind when I first did it.
Well, the thing is, the one thing I'm really looking forward to is when, like getting the post Stormblood, where I can then go to Byakko and some other.
Byakko's pretty good.
Byakko's really good. Also, for anybody who does watch this, please, for the love of God, go look up Primal Theme for 14.
Primal
They're
Theme.
all extremely good.
They're really good, and they're all sung. They're all original compositions, and they're all really great.
Also love FF6. There's an entire side quest for the Warring Triads. They get names. They get their own themes.
Kefka.
Backstory,
Oh wait, that's a
Kefka's
spoiler
in it.
actually. Kefka.
Shinryu Omega is in it too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like love, and then Chaos from Final Fantasy.
Also, if you're a fan of Final Fantasy V, there's shit for that. Final Fantasy
Oh,
IV
yeah,
gets
Final
shit.
Fan- like-
Final Fantasy 3 gets shit. Everything gets shit.
Like everything gets like Final Fantasy 1 getting Chaos as the next raid boss. is
Wait,
really
what?
good. What, you didn't know?
I didn't know that. I've been kind of. I haven't resubbed in a while, so I kind of haven't done anything.
No, the next update 4.4, I think it's coming out.
Shit.
15th.
I gotta resub.
Chaos. They confirmed Chaos on the 14-hour stream. He is the next raid boss.
That's fucking hype.
They also confirmed
For Omega, right?
Yeah, for the Omega escape. I also confirmed FanFest stuff that'll be up on the Mog Station.
Cool.
Every part of the world gets their own minion. So we get Tifa, Europe gets Cloud, Japan gets Ares. You also can buy Cloud's motorcycle mount. When that comes
Oh, the fucking Fenrir?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Like mounts in 14 are $26. Hell, I'll drop $26 for that.
I honestly would spend more money on the fat Moogle.
But yeah, if you ever have the interest of 14, please. The trial got so much better.
The trial is unlimited time, but you can only level up to level 35.
Yeah, level. Okay, so it used to be it was timed, then they changed it to now when you get to level, it's unlimited till level 35, and you can keep playing at level 35.
You just can't. There's stuff locked after 35.
Right, and that's kind of like a harsh cutoff, but you still can play.
You could do about half the story mode with that.
Yeah, and like that's up till your first job for your first class.
Yeah, you get your first main job. You get fucking warrior. You get fucking knight or like paladin. You get black mage. Ninja. You get your first thing, and you can even level up different classes if you want. If you're just like, I want to level up my ninja now.
How many hours is that game?
I would say that's like that would be about 20 hours of shit you could do.
Plus, like, the only thing you can't do is I think you can add friends. You can't join free companies.
Yeah, you can't join you can't join guilds basically. But like that is a good 20 hours or I want to say 15 hours of content.
This podcast is sponsored by Final Fantasy.
This podcast is brought to you by your friends at Square Enix.
I wish. That would mean we'd be getting paid.
Oh yeah, but we're not. But yeah, it's a really good. I also love Final Fantasy XIV. It's the only MMO I've ever really enjoyed, mainly because it's also just a really good Final Fantasy game.
I'd say look in the MMO channel, but
I just.
Blue Mage.
Oh really? That got leaked?
That got leaked.
Interesting.
In the code as well.
That'll be very interesting.
Some leaks are also Gunblade and Dancer.
Gunblade. Oh yeah, I've been thinking about Gunblade. That sounds like an interesting thing to do.
So I'm very
But that's more DPS shit.
and I'm hoping I can get through Stormblood.
If you need any help, I'm thinking about resubbing soon. So maybe I could, if you want some help, I could help you out.
I have a lot of help.
Oh, okay. Okay. Just asking. Yeah,
But I'd say resub for 4.4 if you want.
Yeah, definitely. I think the last time I subbed was for 4.2. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna stop blabbing.
Yeah. All right, RMH.
Uh,
Soraka, you want to go?
RMH, what do you have?
I mean, as happened earlier, like my limited edition of Fate Extella came in.
Okay. Do you want to gush about Fate?
You want to gush about Fate to a bunch of people who probably don't care as much?
I care about Fate.
I mean,
Except Zed.
I think Sota also.
I care.
Okay.
I care, but I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care about Extella.
the servant cards that came with it are pretty nice.
What are they?
Nero, Tamamo, Terra, Gil, Ganesh, Elizabeth Bathory, Gilbane, Li Shuwen, Jeanne d'Arc, Iskander, Karna, Ku, Artoria, Medusa, Lubu, and Archimedes.
No, Stolfo?
Who?
No, he's an
Boo.
Extella Link.
Ooh,
Oh, okay.
I want a Stolfo. Do you have anything else?
Extella Link.
Okay, anything else, RMH? Or just...
I got Monster Hunter Generation Ultimate not too long ago.
Oh, I want to try that.
I mean, there's a demo.
Oh yeah, well, the demos aren't... Like, I know what I'm getting with Monster Hunter. I fucking love Monster Hunter. What I want is just to actually play the game. Like, actually, like, just get it. Like, I know what this isn't the first time I played a Monster Hunter game.
I know, it's just... I mean, if you at least want to board it off.
Yes. Like, I could live without it for a while, but still. Alright, Suraku?
So... My birthday rolled around recently.
Yay!
I was one of the many people on the Super Best Friends server who had, the big birthday comment.
Happy birthday!
That chain. Thank
No
you.
evil
I
days are
turned
not.
21.
Apparently, red's
and
important.
and I got some cool stuff. I got a Motoko Kusanagi Figma. Very nice. I got some books from my mom's boyfriend. I got 2001: A Space Odyssey, Dune, and
Nice.
Neuromancer.
Nice.
Nice.
And from a friend of mine, I got Zombie Army Trilogy, which is the spin-off of the Sniper Elite games.
Yeah.
What
You were
was
telling
that?
me about that. Tell them
Yeah.
about the giant fucking like.
Yeah,
skull.
and one of the there's a giant weird skull at one point, and then also apparently the final one of the boss fights is against giant glowing demon Hitler.
Okay.
Of
Okay,
course.
well I need to get this game.
Yeah,
Wait, what game is this?
Zombie Army Trilogy.
Jinx.
Oh.
So Sniper Elite, Zombie Army, the
So-
1 and 2,
so-
and then when they were gonna make 3,
Yeah.
they instead released the whole trilogy again
Yeah,
when 3 came out.
yeah.
Alright.
And it's a spin-off of the Sniper Elite series, so there's big, heavy emphasis on sniping, obviously.
I like sniping things.
And but it's all like super cool and stuff. Very standard fare from what you would expect of Nazi zombies. But if you're the kind of guy who, like me, played a lot of World at War and Black Ops 1, then you like that kind of thing.
So no one here then.
Thanks.
I mean, hey, I like the Call of Duty Zombies though.
No,
Call of Duty Zombies is great.
I think I have Black Ops 2 just for that.
Yeah.
I think mostly Modern
The
Warfare.
Black Ops 4 zombies stuff looks like it could be very funny, very fun and stuff.
I haven't seen anything related to that.
They put out a couple trailers of a couple of the campaigns. One of them takes place in like an ancient Roman Colosseum where you have to fight in the arena and then zombies show up. And then one of them takes place on the Titanic.
Oh right.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Amazing.
They just get more and more ridiculous, and it's fucking great and amazing. But besides that, I also have back in July I started actually like sitting down and writing and actually getting around to finishing and publishing fan fiction.
Yeah.
So I write.
Publishing it?
Yeah,
On
on an archive
AO3.
of our own. Yeah.
Yeah. If you
Oh.
wanna pimp that
Yeah,
out,
uploading it to the internet.
if you wanna pimp your hyperlink
I
out.
absolutely want to pimp my
Channel.
archive of our own is just Sorakufet, SORAKUFETT. And I put out a lot of stories about the Persona 5 protagonist in Kawakami because it's the greatest ship like ever.
But
I'm
also
down with
illegal.
Makoto and Joker.
And they all lead.
Not today.
Oh boy, let's not get into a Persona waifu war on this podcast, please.
But
I mean, you'd all get out at
no,
this
here's
point
the
if you
thing,
do
I
say
agree
anything
with
that's
that- here's the thing,
Makoto.
I agree with everyone else, but
The
then
real waifu is Jack
I
Frost.
agree with everyone else that they're all great.
Gross.
But they're all great. Even Chihaya and Oya, they're all great. But Kawakami's the best.
But well, you do know that right when you say Kawakami's the best, I'm going to edit that so it says Makoto's the best. Editing.
God damn it.
Don't start.
I don't. This is
Don't
live. This is live version.
Do you think people are watching this?
Yes, but they can go back and watch it again.
Yes, you say that before I delete the archive.
Raku, who was Kamen Rider Spectre again?
Makoto,
Fukami.
Oh. Oh, no.
don't you do this to me?
Oh no.
No, shut up.
Shut up.
But
One
I
day.
wrote. I'm writing a bunch of like I'm writing a series of stuff that follows
Nerd stuff.
the protagonist and Kawakami, and also Yusuke and
Futaba.
Ryuji,
What? Why?
Cause
Ryuji and who?
Okay.
Makoto.
Oh, that's not my ship. You are now banned, Saraku,
God damn it.
for bringing up that bad ship.
But I also am writing stuff with my second favorite ship ever, Commander Shepard and Garrus.
Right into
And
Which Shepherd?
Fam Shepard.
female, duh.
Yeah.
You mean the Cannon Shepherd?
Yeah. Shit, yeah.
And
then
you're also doing
I
your
also
Ryuki.
Yes, thank you. I had I put out the second chapter of a Kamen Rider Ryuki AU type thing, which is
Where Shinji's the bad guy, right?
what? No,
No.
it's not that Shinji's the bad guy. It's just that
Ryuga's
whole,
here.
is that like it's actually like all the 13 riders are actually
Oh.
there,
Oh, okay.
and there
Yeah,
will be a
so-
point where all 13 of them meet and they all fight.
So you're writing
Yeah,
Dragon
so-
Knight.
Hey, spoilers for your own fiction.
Which,
Can't believe you're writing Dragon Knight, Saraku.
Can't believe Saraku's
Let's
writing
fight the
Dragon
fight.
Knight 2.
I'm
Dragon Knight 2. Saraku announces Dragon Knight 2.
But yes, I'm writing stuff, and I think I'm doing a good job, but I don't actually know if I'm doing a good job or not, because I keep saying, hey everybody, I wrote a new thing,
I
and then
read the first
if I'm doing
chapter.
a good, bad
No,
job.
I think you're doing a pretty good job.
You're
I haven't
doing
watched
pretty okay.
Ryuki, so I can't really judge with the with what you're doing
What about
with Ryuki.
with the other
but-
stuff?
Yeah, the other
Pretty
stuff
good.
is
Yeah, it's good.
fucking
It's
yeah.
good. It's good.
Okay. So I need to hear more of that, so I don't give up.
You're a good boy, Saraku. You're a good boy.
Yeah, good boy.
Thank you.
Okay, and okay, anything else?
No, that's about it for me. I have one last birthday present that should be coming in. That is the Splash driver. for
Oh,
the-
nice.
So that
Splash
will be very fun.
Scratch driver.
So, with that, I shall pass it off to Soda.
Well, on Saturday, I had my birthday.
Eh,
Happy birthday.
happy birthday.
Drinking boys. We 20 run drinking boys now.
And I got lots of money to buy a model kit.
What was that? What was that model kit?
And we, Turn X.
What?
Alright.
Trent X?
Turn out.
Turn.
Oh, Turn X. It's a Gundam.
Oh,
Yeah, because he is a Gundam nerd.
And then,
Gundam's pretty good. Gundam's
my
pretty good.
dad took me to the restaurant that he went to on his 21st birthday, and it was pretty good.
What'd you eat?
It was mostly like a live show, kinda.
Oh,
They
Ate
made
a
it feel
live
like-
show?
you ate the live show?
Oh no!
Sota, no! Sota is an Amazon confirmed.
Soda confirmed
Oh,
for
no.
Amazon.
We need to call Jen.
Jin, get over here and kill Sota.
It was like a hot stove in front of us, and we saw live.
Uh
They
huh.
get the food for us.
Oh, you mean like one of those fucking those like Japanese places where they make the food in front of you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
No, though.
And then I just
Hibachi grills, that's what they're called.
and I just drew a lot of stuff.
Cool.
That's cool.
That's nice. If you ever want, do you want to pimp your art channel or art blog? No.
I don't even have art blog. I just draw a lot.
Okay.
He
Well
is-
then.
it's just-
It's mostly it's
Uh,
mostly in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly in here for our stuff that
For
we're
you
probably
fuckers.
get into next time.
Yeah, we should wait until next time to get into the Rider OCs.
All right. So,
Rosies and the other and the fucking
100
dumb.
years.
anything else, Sota?
We've been reading Goro.
No, no, we're not talking about that.
We've
No,
all
the
we will
Goro
say, all we
thing.
will say, all we will say that
Yeah.
it is there is
A very bad
there's a
fanfiction
man. There's a man.
named Goro.
Do not give his name.
We're calling him Goro.
His real name. He goes by many names on the various.
But we
sites
call
on
him
the
Goro.
interwebs.
Big Dick
We
Goro.
call him the Big Dick Goro author.
Yeah.
And he writes a very bad fan fiction, and that's all
What do you
need
mean?
to.
Don't give his name. We've said his name multiple times on your streams.
I know, but people don't watch my streams. This is
This is going
ostensibly a professional podcast.
a
Yeah, but
professional.
Professional.
Alright.
With an hour of last-minute setup. Yeah.
I know. Anyway, about
But,
the fanfiction thing,
But,
I want to clarify.
Horrible fan fiction.
I do want to clarify. By horrible fanfiction, we don't mean like, oh, this kid is bad at writing.
This
No,
is a
we mean
30-year-old man.
This like 20-something-year-old man who's been writing fanfiction for years has very, very weird and kind of off-putting ideas about women and how narrative works.
He also doesn't.
He doesn't have ideas about.
He doesn't know how narrative works, and he's also had really weird views about women and morality.
Yeah.
That is the kind of thing we're talking about.
You think one of the main things that we've noticed, one of the main things that kind of like gets me going, like, that's not how that works, is that his ideas on the morality of doing bad things in order to for good reasons.
His whole thing is doing a bad thing that you can't actually have a good reason for, and saying no, but I did it for a good reason, and I'm ready to accept the consequences.
Whilst not accepting any. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's not get into that this time.
Yeah.
I think.
But we'll save that. That's a whole fucking.
That's a whole podcast.
That's a whole podcast, and we can talk everything. We're not even saying what the
done.
fanfiction's about,
Or even what it's called.
or
Yeah,
or
because you can look at my YouTube channel, which is called Rose Shrimp, and you can find the VODs of my streams of us reading it.
And I
and
have
then you'll find
I have a couple VODs on my
or
Twitch.
Their Twitches, the Dreamcast and Rosello 6.
Yes, Rosello6 is my Twitch account.
And you'd think
that
you'd
is
know
where-
my You'd think
Yeah.
you'd know my Twitch, because if you're watching right now, you're watching my Twitch.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah.
Here.
I will make.
Yeah, but nobody's
I will
here.
make sure-
But
I
I don't
will
ha-
make
I don't have to pimp out my YouTube channel, because if you're watching this, you're probably watching this on my YouTube channel.
Yeah. I will make
But
sure
everybody
to
else,
get
you could-
more VODs of the fanfiction reading up on YouTube so that you can get. up to date.
You're still only in part. You haven't.
I know, because I have to edit the other ones
Yeah.
that accidentally
Yeah.
have my email address showing in one of them.
Oopsie poopsie.
Yeah.
But let's see. Now all is left is little old me.
What are
What
you
do-
doing this?
Let me think. What do I want to talk about? What do I want to talk about? Like, I'm trying to think of something I'm just trying to get into, or something that I'm really enjoying right now. And I play fighting games. I just got Uniel recently. I'm liking that.
You've been streaming Bloodborne, right?
I've been streaming Bloodborne. Yeah, I actually plan to stream some more Bloodborne a bit later if we're not doing anything right afterwards. This.
I think Rose said she was gonna do more readings of Goro today.
Oh,
No, not today.
tomorrow.
No, I could have sworn it was today. No, it's
No.
tomorrow.
Yeah, it's
Thursday.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I would honestly like Rose to be on one of my Bloodborne streams, just because she's
Yeah,
she's
okay.
en-
You're
entertaining.
almost never. You're the Bloodborne streams. You always get off before he starts.
Yeah, it's because it's like
Because
usually really
time
late.
zones. Yes.
Yeah, time zones, because it's like midnight over where she is when I start Bloodborne.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
one of these days I'll try to like I might stream some Bloodborne in a bit, but I have to do dishes first. But besides that, I'm trying to think. Like I've been trying to write my novel. I've got some good ideas. I'm trying to write some stuff for that. And yeah, I'm enjoying Uniel. That's a fun fighting game. I really like fighting games, if you don't know that.
What? Who knew that?
Oh yeah, just recently, because I got my paycheck last week, and I just spent $120 on the SK Heroines Diamond Edition.
You need that hat.
I've told you that I need that fucking Fatal Cutie hat.
This is really good.
It's a really
It's a
Fatal-
hat with a free game.
yeah, and some other stuff,
It's a $120 hat with a game.
and some other stuff.
Shit. Oh fuck! I hit my elbow.
Nice. Like the thing, honestly, the game's like the thing I'm honestly looking more forward to the hat. And honestly, some of the pins and the armband and the towel.
And Terry Bogard.
And Terry Bogard.
Are you okay?
Okay, Basta Wolf. Also, Shermie's in the game. Shermie. Ah, my dick! Shermie!
Do this, don't do this.
Not on the podcast.
I-
You get mad at me for all the ching chong racist shit. And
What?
you
I'm
just
what? I'm
scream, ah, my dick.
my dick. Cause my dick's so hard for Shermie.
I managed to contain my
You
Uzumi
did
thirst
an
this episode.
You
That's a
did.
lie, man.
Admirable job.
You did an admirable
Containing
job.
your thirst.
Coming on.
All I'm just saying is that I'm more excited because Shermie's a character that hasn't been in KOF since like KOF 2000, since KOF like 98 or like 2002.
Oh yeah, I also guess I should mention I'm like also playing through the Danganronpa game.
Oh yeah.
boy.
I
Oh,
played
yeah,
I
Danganronpa.
played through Danganronpa 1 and
Dang it, Grandpa.
I
Mm.
th- I think you should all play V3.
No.
Like you should probably play the first two, but you should probably.
no, I don't want to play.
V3.
I didn't like Danganronpa though.
I don't like Danganronpa's art style. It looks like kind of
Aw.
creepy.
It is creepy. I don't like it. I don't know. I think it's one the way they stand. I don't like the way they stand.
I don't
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
the
way
one-
I don't like the way they look when they face forward.
Yeah,
But yeah,
and they're always looking forward.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know. There's just something about the faces and the hair.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's fair, I guess.
But also, I just didn't really enjoy.
The eyes,
playing
the eyes-
Danganronpa
the
1.
eyes kind of
Yeah.
fucking freak me out a little.
But yeah, I played through Danganronpa 1, and I just didn't really enjoy the narrative. Like,
That's fair.
yeah, I have legitimate reasons for not liking it.
V3 is a lot less heavy on the hope despair thing. Like basically, the words hope and despair never come up until like
The
near
end.
The end. So.
Well, my big thing was that I just didn't enjoy any of the characters in Danganronpa 1 except
that's fine.
like Byakuya was the closest thing, and it was because of one fucking scene, and you probably know the scene.
Yeah. I'd say the characters in V3 better. I just really like V3. If
Yeah.
anyone wants to talk to me about V3, hit me up on Discord, Twitter, Tumblr, whatever. I want to talk about V3 with someone.
I'll do that.
I will definitely talk to you about Kamen Rider V3.
Yeah,
He's a cool guy.
Love talking about Kamen Rider V3.
I'll talk to you.
But do you like talking about Kamen Rider the Next?
No! Altus is here!
Yes.
We can't do this gag, Altus
Can't.
is here!
Damn it!
You-
All right, I guess.
Adult, why does your schedule have to suck? All these jokes for the fucking first time to establish all of us as assholes. We have to hold off all the jokes that
On
you
you.
give us for our
Or we
show.
could just make fun of Ult since he's not here.
No!
Or you could just make fun of my
Ult,
jokes
you're
right
smelly.
Finish up the podcast.
Ult, you're smelly. That's the end of the podcast.
Guys,
That's the end of the podcast. Bye.
Go home. What are you doing here? Go home. Get out of here.
this is a way to
Bye.
Bye. Come back next time for more stuff. Bye.